coming from the MYSG now that they're bringing that into our relegation stage. Because, again, we're kind of talking about it, and it's not more biased. It's just XGOD feels like they're the more veteran team, or they are the veteran team in this matchup.
Yeah, and again, Foxy, Garnets, you know these players for quite a long time in Tyson. Foxy, especially that experience within the Tier 1 Pacific system. But here we are. It's time to get things started. Split tree begins right here, right now in the promo Relo. And it's day number 1. Group A matchup, XGOD versus NIC, Thailand versus Singapore. And let's get on the action. Looks like B's going to be the first point of contact here from XGOD and NIC. Arc Rose broken, jump peek, too eager. And Endo is getting on the board. Here comes Akame as well. A blitz, courtesy of the defense. But XGOD looking very prepared for this one, Asarai.
Fibim. I will have to just double check on this man. Breach having a bit of an issue there, trying to flank around because of the tripwire. Only have him really by himself. Opening the door, not knowing that there is one. Okay, never mind. He knows. Fluky's down. But Spike's gonna get planted, and he still has to work his way all the way through that A site.
Yeah, Fibim. I think that's how you say it. The IGL of Nobody in Coldan here. At least trying to get a few more picks along the way. But XGOD, they were wary. I think they were listening to us, Asarai. We were saying, NIC, this squad can get hot early on. Good firepower. They went for the blitz, but now it's really the IGL trying to clutch up for the squad. Already on the board, Paranoia connects though, and he's spotted here by Niz. Foxy also trying to play an off angle here. He's low HP though. They've been running out of time as well.
Yeah.
And onto the site now in a 2v1. Looking very tough to manage with this timer. It's not really going to make it. He's going to go for the spike, look for more kills. But Niz is steady on the trigger. And everyone from XGOD getting on the board for the first round.
So far, I think the only thing I've seen here, at least with just that one round, right, is NIC playing a little bit too over-eager to put that pressure on. But you just see XGOD kind of shrugging it off, especially on that mid-contact, or not that mid-contact, but that spawn contact that they had. They were just so prepared about these multi-angle attacks from NIC, and they were just able to kind of, shrug it off, and they were fine.
Yeah, so they're just so cool, calm, and collected. And honestly, it's probably just some of the shot calling here for XGOD. With KRX though moving over to the coaching role from being the main roster from last splits. It's really just some conversations to be had here for XGOD. Who's the one leading the squad right now? Usually Foxy, Fluky though, up close. Nice overrun by NIC, and here we go with a big flank from Nobody in Coldan. We're not done though. Marshall finding value. Guardians with 1, Guardians with 2. Make that 3. He's just cashing in here.
And last guy, or second to the last guy, Azami, already trapped. Fibums is going to get caught out in the open trying to reposition, and that is going to be another relatively clean round here for XGOD.
Yeah, 2-0. Yet again, some good calls. This time, NIC putting some more numbers on that aggressive push here, Sarai. And they did get rid of Fluky, but a Marshall on an anti-eco, very powerful. Garnet's a very steady aimer, and that's all she wrote for the round.
Now we have the buy round for NIC. We'll see how they bring out these weapons. Seems like they're looking to go for that standard, strike here on outside on Rubble, but it's only really Fluky that's just going to be hearing all this commotion, and that's going to be a signal, I think, for XGOD to just pack their bags, go straight for C.
Yeah, given the Neon Breach, aggressive defense is something to be expected. Main Shell's on to 12 though, and here we go. He's the only one! And he does fight back alongside Fibum. It's 2 for 1. Dean Coldan doing well so far. Keep the tempo set. Also towards B. There's the lurk there from Fluky, only with the pistol. But watching out for Garnet. Try to at least make something happen on C. He's the attention seeker right now. Everyone wants to look at him because that spike is going elsewhere here towards A.
And he can't really escape now, can he? He's already used both of his gate crashes, so he has to just kind of stay here and see, which could actually work in his favor. If he doesn't get caught by this recon dart, they might not know that he's still there. Oh, wait, no, the check is there. The challenge, and he will falter, but this opens up the opportunity for XGOD to walk their way and maybe plant the spike on A site.
Akame's so flexible, man. This guy's been jumping for days.
True.
Don't you? No.
Utilizing the neon.
Yeah, that knee. Puts the knee really on Neon there. So some great legwork, sure, but Riexy does find Fluky. Everything's up to Foxy now. Nice shot. Tries to line up a second. Not gonna happen. And Nobody in Coldan with too much pressure on that C-side potential retake. It does force XGOD in a bad spot, and now NIC on the board.
Yeah, that was actually a really good play from Nobody in Koldan. Right? I thought they were going to stay a little bit longer on that Rubble mission, that Rubble endeavor that they had, but as soon as they didn't see anybody from XGod, they just called to go straight for that C. XGod, as we saw, were already kind of halfway there, but somehow they were fast enough to counteract and just stop the offense of the attacking team.
Yeah, and fast rotations, of course, from Akame and the rest. Seems like NIC keeping tabs of lurks as well. We saw the B play from Fluky, right? Getting spotted early on there by NIC.
Now, let's see how this goes. Both teams with the rifles and everything, but here it is again. That's very aggressive Rubble control, like I was mentioning. Kame bringing the judge to the entryway, and Garnett's close by, just not really wanting to peek just in case.
Oh, this is dangerous though. If it does TP that way, Riggsy still up top. Might get the backstab. The blind is perfection. And what a setup there from XGod. They knew exactly what NIC would do in that scenario, and they get the pick.
Wow. Okay, we're going to get a replay of that later. Let's just continue with the round. That was sick. Now, open the door for XGod here. There's nothing really that's going to stop them anymore. No flashes just yet, because the breach is not there at the moment. Endosteam's just sending it. Going for that quick little... Oh, here it is. Bang, bang, bang! Oh, misses with the judge, but the showstopper will connect.
What the Endo is? This is why he's brought to this roster now. Explosive entry onto a quick reaction to find him on the backside. And he's good for 3. The round effectively over after the fireworks thanks to the Rays.
That was nasty. Honestly, I thought Akame would have, probably gotten him. Endosteam on that hunting mission against 12 here. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. No, he falls down before the countdown ends. Bad pun right there, but pretty good execution from XGod here.
Yeah, it's just so solid so far. The right reads at the right time. Still the veteran call snare from Foxy. And just a quick set play to immediately take that A site, right? How to counteract the Rubble pressure from NIC. Then go towards door. Get the catch onto A. And you mentioned it a while ago, Fibin wasn't in position to stop XGod there when XGod was already within 3. And it really was the defining factor of the entry.
Absolutely. And now that's definitely put a dent in the economy here of Nobody in Koldan. Can see that Akame and like 4 or 3 other players still very committed for just A control. XGod is just not, giving a care about it. As long as they have Fluky alive and healthy each and every round, there's really no, I think like merit for XGod to just kind of challenge these. They can just go the other direction and just see what's up, and if it's better for them, they're just gonna keep on pressuring.
Yeah, they're trying to find weakness within the map here.
Yeah,
there was 12 setup, and eventually gets disregarded here by XGod. And the Wisdom is not done, continuing the onslaught from the last round. XGod playing aggressors here with hold control. Gun disparity also clear on the anti-eco. Door being open, paranoia now to the play. Garnet's will be blinded for the time being. But what has happened in the front, Fluky gets Riggsy along the way. Foxy still at the front here. 1v2. Now a 1v1 technically, or in this case, corner check. And was there, and XGod now. It's a flawless 4th round for them.
Dang, XGod is looking scary in this best of 1. They're coming out of this one blazing. And now this is, we're kind of talking. Let's look at the replay real quick. There's very good checking from XGod. You can even see like those pockets of smokes that they've placed. It's not just to counter NIC here. It's still kind of also set themselves up, right? Endosteam wouldn't have done that if he didn't know that he had to check above him. Like, he had the pre-aim and everything. So XGod really showing us how much finesse they've kind of prepared for during the off season of World BCTC.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen XGod, and right now they're in tip-top shape. Garnet's here, Dimensional Drift. Really scouting around, and Akame's just hounding him! Akame was keeping tabs on the York for so long! And with it, Garnet's is a free kill. A 1-for-1 dope. Akame getting a second on the board. Rolling Thunder right now to displace a potential B push. But it's really the A side where it's at. Endo is taking stairs control, and that's a slice of the map that XGod can work with.
He's still holding the front position, at least. Kind of stop the immediate players of, well, NIC from countering them. The timing, though. Endosteam. Oh, boy. Now we got Foxy and Niz in a 2 versus 3.
Face your
has got the position here. He's going to use his teammate's ultimate to give him some cover right now, and he just barely sees the timing. He's going to be so crucial. This is unfortunate for him, and now Foxy has to play through the smoke. It drops down, but another one just plops right in front of him, and that defuse is going to be unstoppable, and that's going to be another round, another point here for NIC.
Yeah, I feel for Endois. That was a jump scare and a half. He flicks, suddenly it's 2 people looking at him. And XGod there overrun by NIC. So the retake game is something NIC has been lacking for the first part of this half. Now it's looking good. They clear out mini door. They still take control towards heaven. And those are some key positions that XGod tried to play on. If XGod's constricted instead towards deeper areas like tree and the like, I think that's where NIC can take advantage of.
Well, that's a very good point. Yeah, they might actually try to do that again here. Looking to just quickly charge with Fluky. He's using his own Cyber Cage there as a bit of cover so he doesn't get flashed, doesn't get seen by the Hunt. Zami wants to go for that peek, but there's like 4 people waiting for him. Oh, unscathed, but he does get some information.
Yeah, he wants to get on the board here. Zami back in their grand finals with MYSG. One of the most clutch players, winning out 1v2s to end out maps. See him be explosive again, but Akame instead. The Cinder just getting exactly out there. Neurotech also into play. Big intel here for XGod to work with. And yet again, now with all that knowledge, they can go towards A. It's only top here taken by Fivim. The rest, the plant should go down.
Spike planted.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh, okay. Oh, tingle with the shot.
Where are
A little shocking.
Still waiting.
XGod have seems like they are prepared to. Yeah, this is a showstopper though. So as long as Endo's team's just hiding pretty, sitting pretty on tree, and they just bait out as much. Even if NIC gets super close, that's an ultimate that will just probably scare them away.
Smoke play though. Foxy within that one. Loki in position. It's a 1-for-1 for now. NIC making their way to the spike. Can't stick to that all. Too much pressure from all fronts. Garnets especially alongside Fluky. Watch out for those angles. The crossfire from XGod looking strong.
Dang, not even needed to just use that as a scare tactic. Or maybe, just not even popping it is, well, it's a scare tactic in and of itself. But really good trades overall for XGod here. Just hitting shots left and right. And again, man, NIC is just not having a good day at all. They're trying to really force their way into things, but you're absolutely right. The smoke play from XGod here has been what's the word? Just pretty pristine, just pretty clean.
Yeah.
And there's nothing NIC can really do about it.
Yeah, and NIC thinking they could outpace XGod, but XGod quickly hitting the Nitro and the showstopper, just chasing after that lightning in the bottle that is Akame. Just no chance really into the round. The overdrive is underperforming here, and XGod should be clear to get a 6th round on the board.
Unless Zami can go for the miraculous 1v5
Spike
with a
planted.
Sheriff. It's just pocketed around the corner here, so maybe just exit frags in his head.
Oh, he
got a Vandal.
did get a Vandal.
Step in the right direction. Is baby door even open, though? I don't think it is.
No, they didn't need to, I think. It was just the overdrive towards a rubble. I think a fault line was trying to get lined up there by Val, but the swing is just in succession. XGod, very clean round. They were so ready for that overdrive play. It's insane since round 1. They've been expecting these kind of plays from NIC.
That's true. I feel like, NIC, their pacing has been somewhat the same. I mean, the way that they approach it is different, sure, but the timing, I feel like you mentioned, XGod is just so prepared for it. Now, I think NIC has to figure out where or how they're going to be trying to mix up the timing of it, because XGod is just able to anticipate and receive so well.
Yeah. The pace has been set by XGod. So much disruption between Garnets and Niz as well throughout the fast few rounds. And Odo just really showing why he's one of the hottest commodities within the Thai scene. 10 kills on the board with the new squad. Riggsy, he's priming utility up here. And now the door open. It's still Endois with clear sidelines. Endo! What was that? A firing range in front of him, and he gets 3 there. Insane aim for XGod to work with.
Wow. Endo view from the looks of it.
The end of them.
Yeah. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I missed you. I missed you. This is
I got
good.
you. I got you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
okay. I know you're a professional Beyblader nowadays, so. It's true. Hey. To the audience, stop, dude. I've seen so many medal placing by Asride recently in our local Beyblade scene. I'm proud of him.
Oh,
He's gonna have like a fridge full of medals.
Spike planted.
Yeah. All right, but anyways, seems like 12 has got to let it rip as well. In the other direction.
I think he just needs to.
He's just hanging
are
out.
alive.
He's gonna have to save this vandal.
Yeah,
I think there's
Vandal.
no purchases
That's a
possible
Phantom.
for NIC. Oh no!
That's a faster chick right there. Asride. 30 bullets means it's a Phantom.
Wow, crazy. Was
I
it
know
really?
Yeah, 25. Vandal's 25.
You're. Oh my goodness! It looked like a vandal to me.
It does. It did too. I was like,
Araxis
what is-
oh no! Not like this, chat. I'm gonna get roasted. Hello, Soup Live. There is gonna be a timeout though from NIC. They gotta slow the pace down somewhat here because their debut match in the promo relegation is not looking hot at all.
Yeah. Look, if anything ever happens to NIC, I will blame Kuldan no matter what. Especially if he's not here this week. Like, especially today. Like, we get him on the group stage, I'll be like, why weren't you there for your team? They already named themselves after you here. It's like, unbelievable.
Yeah, they need the support of their founding member, the founding titan.
I want to say mascot, but not really. Friend, dear friend. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I think NIC is just getting caught up with the way X-God's been playing and pacing the game. And not only that, just the usual set plays and usual aggression from NIC is just not panning out throughout this half.
Well, they did call that timeout already, right? So they do. I mean, it's obvious. It's also obvious to I think all of us that there has to be that kind of adjustment. The question now is what that is going to be, because we've seen, I think, NIC just kind of bank on the fact that XGod will always be willing to fight for Rubble. And that's never really the case, is it? I think we've only seen XGod really fight for it once or twice after like 10 times, and that's going to be a catch onto Fluky.
Yeah, and I love the pushes from NIC, though, despite the results, especially the crisscross that they do, really psyching out your initial aim. Do get a pick. Hunter's Fury, though, missing the mark. Anduis, just a quick little sidestep to get away from it. Spike planted. The 4v5 retake here. Push, though, Niz quite low. He needs to play careful now. Still ready with the Paranoia. Bolt line comes into play as well. Counter Paranoia.
Oh, no.
And NIC. That blind's huge. It does force X out away from Halls. Now, good pick up there by Kame. Azami also within striking distance. Best round so far here for NIC on a retake. Niz really low HP.
Oh!
Able to find the comment though. Foxy, eyes on you. The one to healthy, the one to equalize. 2v2 now. As NIC make their way towards the site. Briggsy within the smoke though. This could be good for NIC. Niz, perfect angle! And Niz even with the transfer there. XGod handles it well and they're gonna go to 8.
That was a 2 versus 4. XGod. X gonna give it to you. Dang. all right. We have a potential replay. Let's look at that real quick. This was a great catch though from NIC, but then you see Niz hit a shot like that at 15 HP, and then somehow they're able to kind of work around their opponents with the smokes, with the timings, with the separations, and then they somehow turned it around. That was a numbers advantage for NIC. That is no bueno.
Yeah, dude. X gonna give it to you. X gonna deliver it to you. Just is looking hot for XGod here. And they just want to go even hotter now. Feel the flames. And the whistle to bring it. Showstopper. Where's it at? Up close and personal. Eventually 12 will punish him accordingly. But there's 2 Yorus in front of you. And the real one gets it done. Garnet's now on the board. The zombie able to equalize to go to 3v3. Spike is a plan to get here, Asteroid, because XGod's waiting for the rest of the roster.
Yeah, Niz had to kind of take it a little bit slow, like you mentioned, waiting for the rest of the team. He will be using that shot at step just to reposition. Oh. That's true. Might as well just get out of here from the shadows onto the A side. I think they were counting the numbers of players on C, and, well, their read, their timing, their counting. Very correct.
Yeah, well done again by XGod on the rotation. But here we have it. The X factor for NIC will be Akame. Still unknown, still unseen, now found! And Fluky will show it. that it's a real one. He was ready. He checked the angle. It's no fluke from Fluky at all. With Azami all alone in the 1v3, it's a tough ask. And in behind, where did Niz even come from, man? What the skull-crushing finale
Last
from
round
XGod there.
before
We're
the
here
switch.
to 9-2.
Yeah, another round before we get into that second half. And XGod is just showing why they are a team that we have been expecting to perform so often.
One enemy
Yeah,
remaining.
I mean, this was such a ankle breaker, right? You kind of already prepare for that C, and then XGod just pulls the rug from under you and says, "Nope, we're gonna go all the way the other direction, and we'll see how you respond to it."
Well, and I say they did want to get on the board one last time here in the first half. Expecting better, of course, coming into their attack. But XGod, given that this is best of one, a big lead would be just so suffocating. Into the smoke, though, Akame just waiting for those moments to come from him. He's good to play inside those smokes, willing to challenge. And with a great start here for NIC to work with. And now, they're also going to be the Vice... There's also the Vice utility here in the way.
Well, they are clearing it slowly but surely. Fivim is going to be on the other side as well. An opportunity maybe for XGod to push themselves into Baby Door here, but they do... XGod doesn't want to waste any time, especially knowing that there is going to be that Steel Guardian available from... Yeah, there it is.
Look at that. An ultimate medley. But NIC still can push thanks to the utility of XGod. XGod buying some precious time for them. But then again, a shorty peek like that is not the best call from Endo at all. Foxy there at least makes the trade happen. It's punish for punish. Still XGod at a disadvantage here.
Oh, the chase down though. Tracer
30
the
seconds
smoke
left.
here from
Find
Foxy
you.
actually doing a good amount of damage. The timing as well to push out. Riggsy wanted to go for the chase, but can't really go through. It's a tight-knit corridor around this connector area. Now he has to go for the 1 vs 3, but he gets spotted by an roll theft. And now, again, the tables have been turned. XGod have the upper hand.
Yeah, all the utility
10
here for
seconds
the
left.
stalls. Eventually, XGod will just break through and make it to be. Now then, up close anti-flash position for Foxy! Does get one at least. 12 now in response, but Fluky still so solid. A 3K there from the Cypher in the end, and it's 10-2 in favor of XGod.
Switching sides.
Those things.
You just get lost in the sauce, man. It's 6 rounds in a row from XGod to end that half. And into the pistol we go. The lead is quite overwhelming from XGod. A must-win for NIC now on the pistol. They go towards A. Well, the flank from XGod this time. Courtesy of Garnet and Fluky. Endo, though, gonna be the first point of contact here on the site within the smoke. Very close to one under the stairs. Push! Endoist gets ahead of them! And Endo's timing is unreal! He's got it too! Into the smoke we go again! This right now, finding a zombie! And it seems like XGod knows exactly how to play NIC's game. 11-2 in quite commanding fashion here.
Expert management of offense from their opponents inside so many of those smokes. You just saw Endoist here look for that intercept and just back off into the smoke, into the darkness, and NIC couldn't really punish him for it. And once they were able to, it was all done. And now because of that, Dax, there is going to be a force of hand here from NIC. They're going to go for this 5-man buy on the Stingers just so that they can maybe bring back a round or two.
Yeah, Rush A seems to be a potential way, but wait a minute. I like the play from NIC. They're faking it with a fast lane, cutting noise to crawl into B. But we've seen from XGod, they're ready for these kind of rotations anyway. Foxy, does he get caught by surprise here? Flash comes in, quick from Kame. Now then, up close, Foxy ready with the Spectre. And XGod yet again. They're reading the playbook so well, but there's the damage now from NIC. What's a playbook when you can just punch through? 3v3 for now. Fluky trying to fight back with the Sheriff, but to no avail. And on to C. Seems like NIC trying to get ahead of things. Riggsy, this could be huge if he can find Niz here. Niz walking forward, equalizes the numbers now. Ready for another. There's the challenge from Azami. A 3K for the Silva. It's a 2v1 now.
Yeah, and Garnett's sole player here, tracing the bullets back, spots out one. Great bait of shots here, but hasn't dealt with either one of the players still remaining from NIC. Going for the quick little TP. It's It's a bit ballsy, but it will not pay off, and that's going to be NIC. A point on the board. And a bit of breathing space here as they do break the economy of XGod.
Yeah, that's Azami many expected there. How incredible his hard mechanics are. He's hitting those shots. 40 from the Sova. Just maybe a wake-up call for the rest of NIC as well. And it looked to be XGod ready for that B push. But in the end, NIC, they're unrelenting here, Asarai, and never count out the nobody in cold and firepower.
That is very true, right? We do see a lot of that aggression from NIC, and now we're gonna, from that defending side, now we're kind of seeing stems of that, translations of that into the attacking side here. Now that they do have that upper hand in terms of economy, might as well keep keep the ball rolling here. Kame going straight in for C, dashing in, but you know what? He's leading the charge.
Well, of course, the Neon wants to be in the front, and the Kame continuing where he left off from the previous round. First pick here for NIC. Just trying to find where they want to plant that spike. No, they're going to go towards B perhaps here with those numbers. And that is... they're just deciding. They have lots of real estate there, Asarai. They'll go to either side. Back to C, they will go. They know Halls is occupied though. And they want to plant the spike. And maybe sometime soon. Because you're bringing the spike. Oh, it's damage from XGod here, Asarai. 3v1. Now we get the plant.
Spike planted.
This is giving himself... Where did he place that smoke?
It's nearby. It's near like
somewhere
the
on the side.
waterfall. Yeah, it's like on the other side pillar.
I thought I was going to try to smoke himself off and maybe get a 1 versus 1. But...
yeah, I'll be real. I got scared that round. Is like, you're swinging with the spike, huh? Into holes.
yeah. Very aggressive.
I'm very aggressive.
You don't like to play with the post plant. It's okay.
Yeah, well, in the end, they did want the numbers, so I understand the reasoning. Just very brave effort from NIC. I love the fact that yes, we were scared about that spike, but that was a very effective trade from Fibim at the end of the day.
Gotta go.
Well, we'll see if that continues here. You know, all of those 2 rounds, very, very good. Oh, ouch, ouch. All right. No, friendly fire. Fluky! Didn't realize Riggsy actually just straight up stepped alongside him. Garnett's going to be in a 1 versus 2. Can he trace the other one against a comment? Looks like no, but Niz is able to get that refrag. So we have ourselves an equal game here, but the post plant is set in motion.
Yeah, they're probably even spotting Fibim along the way. Now Endo is so sharp on the shots. 2 heads fall to his name. And now, what's the aim when you can just send the showstopper? Endo has done it again here for XGod, ending the round in explosive fashion. Here they are on map points.
That was pretty nasty.
Match point.
You know, ripping out that that showstopper there. There should still be some money here for NIC for a rifle round, but XGod just really again trying to show their dominance as much as possible. Loving that contact play that we saw. NIC unfortunately just got caught and couldn't really get any trades at all. So
yeah, that was just so quick from XGod.
And here we are, series point. That's the one.
Yeah, match point, series point. One diamond on the overlay there. It's like, oh yeah, it's almost over unless NIC can mount an incredible comeback. There's always a chance for a squad like nobody in Koldan. And with Azami finding the trade there, it will be a Kame. Almost, but Endo's done it again! 2 for the price of 1! Riggsy though, turning it around as too late to the door. He does get stopped for now, but XGod playing safe, playing together should allow NIC the space to work with.
Fluky is, he does not want to check anything. Not without being able to pick up a weapon or so. There is one. So he's going to have a rifle already. Yeah, that is going to be a catch. 2 versus 1.
Exactly what he
Richie's
said.
going to have to dig deep. There it is around the corner. Gets another one, and he will get the second as well. Garnett's down. It's going to be a clutch for NIC. The game continues.
Yeah, Riggsy, the Grim Reaper there within the cyber cage. It's just been part of the game here. Play inside those smokes. Always check the corners of these smokes. And eventually, the surprise factor will work for NIC here. Was Endois again doing what he does best, giving the advantage to XGod, but with NIC, when they get that initial space here, Asarai, they do look better once they try to play within the sights.
Yeah, and well, I don't know how much, if possible, but if they're able to put themselves, I think you mentioned right, in situations where they can keep replicating that, it is gonna give a lot more trouble for XGod and put NIC in a position where, even though they can't make any more mistakes, put them in a spot where they don't have to and they just keep winning. So we'll see, right? XGod is down to just the pistols at this moment. This is a pretty good change of pace, steal of momentum here for NIC.
Off your feet!
Taking it round by round, and now it's looking to be quite forceful. Here with Rolling Thunder, Akame now with the push on out again, and Foxy is quite a good victim. Akame not done with the overrun. Free here for NIC so far. Blind comes in, Garnet trying to fight from back. Akame can't see anything. Now he does. And with those sight lines cleared, it's also waterfall cleared out by NIC. 6 now on the board.
Yeah, this is Akame showing to us why he's the one in the driver's seat. Now that he's feeling a lot more comfortable, there's a lot more finesse with the compound of abilities with him just charging right in as well. He's able to get more success with the kills. We'll see how this goes though, as XGod not playing around, bringing out the operator in the hands of Garnet. So a challenge for Akame here to overcome for sure.
Man, we haven't seen an operator throughout the map, right? So could be a big factor here for XGod. Akame continuing the pressure, but there's just no fighting against Tripwire. Foxy just with the leg sweep there. Akame's gone. And with it, the usual entry here from NIC is null and void. Instead, we watch for the flank from the shadows for Rigsy here to try and play in top mid. Endo been spotting out Rumble. Still eyes on the Omen on the minimap. Can this be a surprise? No. Rigsy spotted by the Boombot. Paranoia is good. The tracking. Eventually, Rigsy gets it done. NIC finding 2 across the map here. And with Niz on site. Barrel seen. Niz is ready. 12 with the trade. And here we go on A.
Garnet's very far from the situation. Rigsy is looking to go for this detain, and Garnet's, unfortunately couldn't get away from that one. Actually, no, he did get away from that one, so we have a 2 versus 2.
He ran out of bullets.
Yeah.
He couldn't reload because
my monitor donked out on me a little bit. I will say. All right, it's my monitor's fault, not the team's fault.
All good. Blue filter now. Thanks to Dimensional Drift Steal. Garden gonna be the call though. And Garnet's still in a different dimension, so the gun's still out and about. Now the play into the swing. Azami though ready for that one. And into a 2v1. Well, Fluky. Now he can try and help. He's just a target here for Azami. 7 now here for NIC.
NIC just being such a big thorn. XGod having great difficulty figuring out what to do against them, even though they have some ideas at the beginning. A little bit of that overzealousness, I think, from Endo is now starting to, I don't know, bite XGod in the behind. And it's just not looking too hard for them. 5 more rounds, and NIC would have pushed us into overtime. This is what we want to see from a best of 1, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it reminds you of the Lotus Map PRX recently played in their best of 1 against BLG. It's just like, what's happening? And then suddenly come back. It's like, overtime. Very possible. And effectively, a sudden death matchup, right? This is the only chance you play against your opponent right now. The only chance XGod and NIC will see each other for today. And you want to get off to a good start. Garnets, though, only a share. Very brave peek. Has to deal with many targets on the other side. TP out. And this is where NIC can play from round.
Now they're slowly clearing up positions here, yeah. Quick little check with the camera. 12 on A right now. Just waiting. Now that he doesn't see anybody pushing up into rubble, this is a great call for NIC to just go straight for that A side. Azami now getting information, still knowing that a portion of the players of XGod is still here on C, making sure that there's no shenanigans. But this is a great read from NIC all together. XGod is going to have to fight for this A site with their lives.
Well, they're going to fight right now. Is catching Akame is a good start. Going to be scrounged and twist into the front. Here comes the Nightfall. Play on this Fury, going to be a response. Boombot though. Bivim now ready for that one. Shoots Endo out of the sky. And NIC, that's where they can keep the control on the site itself. Playing towards 3 here. Rigsy wants to swing. Just batter up. Bivim instead. The one striking out the opposition. 3 for Bivim. Azami on the board 2. NIC looking very healthy. It took them a while to wake up like this, Asrai, but now you can feel the fire in them.
Absolutely. It's so nearing that goal already. Unstoppable is the word we're going to have to use to describe it. NIC. And now they force their opponents. XGOD is on their timeout from what was an unstoppable XGOD at the beginning, is now looking to lose their debut match here in the promo, or the first match here in the promo relegation. Even though we're looking at the KDAs, you know, and XGOD fairly split among all 5 of them. The slowdown really does hurt this team. Now they're just talking with their coach here, finding a way out.
Yeah, conversations with their coach slash sub in KRX alongside Foxy, always leading these discussions. But nonetheless, it's been a tale of two halves here, Asarai, and it's been the attacking side that's been working out for both of these teams. NIC, I think they've only really given up 2 rounds so far from what we've seen, and overall, it looks so much more comfortable for nobody in Kuldan.
It really is. Well, timeout's over. Let's see how it goes. Actually, since this is the best of 1, they both still have 2 timeouts, right? Yeah, it says there.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not about how long the series is. It's you get 2 timeouts per
every
normal.
single game. Okay.
Yeah, and then you get, I think, 1 more for
Yeah, you do. I was just making sure. Oh, I'm just making sure that somehow Riggsy gets out of there. Very aggressive charge here from XGOD. Trying to at least stop NIC from setting the tempo, setting the pace.
It's like that corner where the Beyblades fall, where you get more points. What's it called again? The danger zone?
Over finish.
Gotta go.
Or extreme finish.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Spinning top, pretty cool. Now the guns into place. Spot stun comes up. 1 for 1. Luki still anchoring on the backside. This is good for XGOD for now. Eventually, it's a trade again. XGOD still in the fight. 3-1 is this TP. Niz now taking down Foxy. There again, and it seems like there's always a spotlight here for XGOD, and someone wants to take command of it. Now Voxy, the main character of this story, 2v1, up to Fibimir. Technically IGL versus IGL towards drop. Reinforcement in Enduis. If the double swing comes out, and XGOD off the timeout, they finish it off. 1-0, best of 1 here today. It's pretty quick though. Like this best of 1 format, it just breezes by. I think sometimes the break in between us, right, takes longer than the game itself.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's appealing. I mean, the time does not check out. 10 minutes is 10 minutes, but you know, these games breeze by.
Yeah, I agree. You just sometimes you just get that 9-3 at the start, and then you just aren't able to have that second round or second half comeback, and it just turns into 13-1, something like that, or 13-0, something like that.
Gotta go. Stop it.
See my hammer.
I saw the hammer, I saw the fast lane, and I see the neon matchup as Akame gets the first one there, but Prick will trade immediately. So action towards A main, but a map like Sunset, if you leave mid open like this, a pinch is so possible. The flank is real here from NIC. 12 was watching for that one eagerly, and even Migod's caught in the crossfire. Everything is left to Prick right now on this side of the map here. And it's tough. It's good for 1, but that's all he'll get. 3v1 coming into the site, and NIC is doing it again. Priority, go for the kill. Spike to be planted, crossfire set. Nobody in Kuldan. Off to a good start here.
Yeah, able to overwhelm Blue Eyes White Dragon right now. And it seems like they were kind of a little bit too slow, I guess, on the rotation. We kind of saw Prick hold that position for the longest time and not really expect that middle was already compromised. Sure, there was that one pick that would have alerted them, but no one really adjusted here from Blue Eyes White Dragon. They just didn't really expect this aggression from NIC, which I guess kind of shows how NIC has those strong early rounds.
Yeah. And mid, so important to maps like Sunset, Ascent, Corrode especially, apparently. Very important angles that you can easily find off angles into the site. And well, now, market closed here by Blue Eyes White Dragon. Yeah, 2 players here from the Vietnamese squad towards this side of the map, but it's almost a full eco. Just a single share for Prick.
I must wait a moment.
Once NIC realizes the gun disparity, it should be them just storming onto the site. Nope. Comes into play as well. In the end, it's the usual medley of utility. NIC onto the side. Akame Sending it close. Storm's already gone. Here we have Device trying to at least find some damage, but he's easily spotted here by NIC, a 5v3 already.
Yeah, this is problematic for Blue Eyes. Megod gonna be around the corner though, able to get himself a kill, but very closely. Fibham's just gonna get that trade-off. They're all down to Prick to get this exit frag, unless a little bit rolling. 1 kill would be great already for him, just to put a bit more credits into his pocket. But so far, yeah, Blue Eyes White Dragon, nothing that much that they can do here on the pistol.
Okay, so you messed up your cultural reference a while ago, so I'm gonna ask you a pop quiz real quick.
Oh no, okay.
Sure. How much attack points does Blue Eyes White Dragon have?
Oh, attack points? Isn't it 3,000?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Congrats! How many defense points?
Hang on. There's a lot of contact here for Prick, and he will fall down.
Okay, congrats. Go back to my question.
I am hard guessing at this point. I think 2-5?
Yeah, you're right.
Ah, cool.
Yes, he has Vandal damage and Phantom defense.
Wow.
No.
Great translating that into battle terms.
I tricked you again.
Eagle eye.
Oh no. Oh
I
right.
tricked you again. See, that's the story building right there.
Wow.
That's why he doesn't know the clips of the rifles.
I do. It's just more of I was focusing so much on the Yu-Gi-Oh trivia / pop quiz that I forgot about the Valorant.
Okay.
But it's okay. I'll take the L on that. I'll take the L.
It's okay. Yeah, you being here is a W. Anyway.
Oh, thanks, man. You too.
This is where the game really gets started. Guns out for Blue Eyes White Dragon, and here we go again with the 2 Neons fighting. Megod though in position. Great hold by the defense so far, and BQT in position. Blue Eyes White Dragon now they see it all. It's a great contest towards A main. They were ready for everything. NIC would throw at them there.
Yeah. Device also kind of just jumping around and still somehow not dying to the peppering of bullets. Pretty good. You know, his HP isn't hit points. It's higher power. He's the boy who lived.
Really, honestly, I thought it was like a computer.
Yeah.
It's like Device.
If that's his sponsor, I'm sorry.
Oh, well, maybe
sponsor.
someone.
Okay.
Yeah. He's gotten 2 so far.
Yeah.
To make 12, you need 2 first, that's for sure.
That's true. If he can get the orb, the ult charge though, and then use his ultimate, he's got 40 seconds to move around. Honestly, it's an opportunity here. And maybe even if he kills this breach, you know, there it is. Oh.
Yeah. Megod's too good. And from start to finish, actually, Megod was the one to watch out for. You were talking about how Device was hopping around like a bunny, avoiding all the bullets, and that was true. But Megod was the one stable. He was the one seeing a combat come his way, and exactly that. The swing from Megod was the go signal there for Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Enemy remaining.
I'm impressed that they're willing to contest, and that could throw a wrench into the plans of nobody in Coldan here.
Well, if they can keep making that happen, right? Then why not? Still, they were able to save a bunch of their rifles here, which could help that case as well. Now, NIC going the other direction and kind of showing a little bit more force on mid here, and this is putting Megod in a bit of a spot where I don't know where he's gonna flash to maybe go for this contact. Oh, so that's a 1 already. Gonna go for a second conversion? No, but it is gonna be trade for trade and a hard-fought mid battle here between the 2 teams.
Yeah, unfortunate for Akame, when he twisted, suddenly the leg of Neon went into the smoke.
Yeah.
And that was exactly what Megod needed to start shooting them down. Still though, NIC's trades have been quite potent in their run so far today. And with it now, they're crawling their way towards A here. A peek out from Prick. Guardian in the hand. He's got a different gun, but he's hurt. He's spotted by the Aldron too. Dart in response. Azami now has avoided the intel. Onto the side they go for NIC.
And this is just great.
Spike
For
planted.
NIC, able to get themselves this A site and that post plant.
Wow, my eyes
I
are
see the reposition here from the rest of BWD. No real need yet to go too excited into the site. Rick starting. Oh, he gets the catch onto Rixie, going for that shrouded step. Catches 12, peeking out, and it's down to a zombie. Maybe he can isolate the fight and go for the transfer, which he does in beautiful fashion, and that is going to be another round on the board for NIC.
Azami is the spray master. We saw this in their own qualifiers there. He is able to just mow down 2 in front of him. And this is another example of how potent he can be in the clutch. It looks so good. for Blue Eyes by Dragon. As you said there, Aswai, they were catching NIC in the act. They were clearing the corners. But what do you do when Azami is this hot? He was 0 kills for a good number of rounds against X-God at the start. Second half was a different call there. And now, off to a great start here in their second matchup. 7 kills already.
12 is not gonna know about this timing. Device is so good playing around the smokes, but the attack from NIC is going the other direction. For the remaining players, it's gonna go the other way here, knocking onto this B site. But there's a lot
Spike
just
down B.
utility from BWD that is exposing them. Another catch, but the whiff from MeGod is gonna be costly. We're only down to Prick and Device, and one of them is
Spike
down to
planted.
25. Device has to come in
the
big
paranoia.
into this one. Can he see through the paranoia? Absolutely not. And we're down to Prick, spotted by that drone, repositions, backs away, needs a bit of a breather, but you can see that NIC do not want to give him that pause. He shoots with the dart, wants to get a little bit of contact, a trade, but no chance here,
No.
Dax, and a 3 versus
It's a
1
save.
continues.
It should be a save here for Prick. It is going from bad to worse here for Blue Eyes White Dragon. When NIC clutches up, the energy is just unreal for them. And they use that to pivot into bigger and better rounds. That B clear, looking solid. They display a standard execute, catch Blue Eyes White Dragon in many of these angles. And this is momentum that we have to watch out for here for NIC. The more they can keep up the streak like this, the more rounds they'll get on the attack. And this is the real beginning, 4-1 now.
I did not expect this, honestly. I thought Device was on top of things, and then you just see again NIC having so many approaches, and I think this is why, you know, they have such
enemy
a
remaining.
strong presence on Sunset. Their mid-control / calls have been so quick and no time wasted, right? No resources wasted. They lose a person here, but it's not all for naught. There is always something that they're trying to trade with deaths on their side.
Yeah, quick reactions now. NIC looking to pick up the pace again. The one way making it tough though, and Device will catch Akame napping. A great start here for Blue Eyes White Dragon. The stun though, the stun making it tough for NIC to even escape the spray. 2 now taken by the Vietnamese squad. And Device is not done. He's keeping the angle. The spot out onto 12 to force him back. Great utility here from Blue Eyes White Dragon to keep A main contained. To swing out. The smoke's there in response, keeping him alive. And Device, it's a dip out. Prick though finding 12-2. And it's just BWD. They're doing it all here at this angle.
Yeah. Device
Last
really
player
loves to go for
standing.
this fight here, and he is just making it work. Look at that. He slides right in. Riggsy, or was it Azami that lost bullets, had to reload, and he lost his teammate alongside him. Now they know where he is. Last spotted outside A main right now. And Azami has to just work the 1 versus 1. Storm, cheeky little corner, and that is going to put a point here for BWD.
Sometimes some of the bravest neons just like, what? You're gonna go swing that? Okay. It's wild. It's wild, but BWD, impressive attempt again towards A. They have made that side of the map so difficult for NIC to navigate. And it's always just how Device is comboing out with the 2 initiators. Whenever there's utility, Device on it. Can play with the one-way smoke as well that few did for a while ago.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be too surprised here, Asra, if NIC decided to just not bother with that side of the map and go towards B instead.
You're absolutely right. This time, though, they won't have the same firepower, but they are almost able to access all of their ultimates. A kill here or there will give, who is it, Fivim, Akame, theirs as well to access. Now they're seeing all of this utility. Tripwire is at the back of the B site right now. Book's gonna be using that ultimate or paranoia of his, and Akame gets caught. Aftershock beautifully executed, and BWD. This is just a very clean defense against the NIC's take on B.
Yeah, but is half five some eco for the others here for NIC, and BWD just so prepared to play off the setups from Storm. Now Azami. Can you
One
get to find
enemy
some
remaining.
clutch in him, but there's just no way. No escape from both sides of the map here, as right. Mid, B main. It's BEWD catching NIC in the app.
Truly, the strength of the 8-star monster.
I'm out
Yes.
of here.
Yes.
Very good.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks. Okay. I know we're not playing that game now, but just throwing
Wait
it
till
out
I
there.
talk. Wait till I tell you about synchro summoning.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I don't either.
I just know that polymerization combines certain monsters to form a new monster, and
Yeah.
BEWD is turning into a new monster every single round. There you go.
Off your
Well,
feet!
let's see now. It could be monsters yet again.
Who run?
And the
Oh.
elements, lightning,
Oh.
the earth itself quaking
Too slow.
with NIC manipulating whatever they can to move towards A. With Device trying to call the powers of Thunder 2 to him.
down
Gonna
A.
happen. 2v3 now. As Blue Eyes White Dragon still a man ahead. In that chaos, NIC crawling their way towards main here. 12 looking to become the hero. Problem is he has the spike, the tripwire also making it tough. And not only that, so many angles here for Blue Eyes White Dragon to work with. Beautiful scan. Azami now in tough
Spike
territory. Does get tagged once. Now
One
Prick
enemy
under
remaining.
duress, but Storm has the off angle there to catch Azami in the act. Now then, Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's in the name. They see it all again here, Asteroid, and they have tied it up.
I honestly thought that was a beautiful idea from NIC. You saw the ultimate, the Rolling Thunder being thrown on the left side of a main, and then the pinch coming in from Akame through mid. Unfortunately, Device, or fortunately for BEWD, Device was so tricky with it that he was able to just hide himself and somehow get the counter frag, the hold on the site, and allow the rest of BEWD to respond. This is some good stuff that is just kind of denying the creativity of NIC with these attacks.
Yeah,
Love it.
NIC. They thought they could just overrun the opposition, but now they're getting a face full of the opposition with Blue Eyes White Dragon fighting directly against them. Akame though, he's infiltrated. Few on the board, but they forgot about Akame there. Akame's good for the one, but the Stingers run out of bullets, and Few at least makes his life count. 2 for 2. Phantom to be picked up now here by NIC. B also looking clear thanks to 12. But it's still the firepower that Blue Eyes White Dragon have here. The market push that Device wants to do. Noise made with the guns being dropped as well. Eventually, though, here comes Migat and Device. 1 down, 2 more to go for Blue Eyes White Dragon. Rolling Thunder into play. It's 12, though, making it happen versus Migat. 12 is a magical number! And 12, can he get it done? No! Device! He gets a 3K for himself, and Blue Eyes White Dragon, the only monster on the field left. Now they get the lead.
Woo. Device just did not give 12 any breathing space at all to
Go, go, go.
move, readjust himself, his aim, just nothing. Nada. I want to see a replay of that one. That was nasty for me from both sides, but BEWD, for the first time, gotten themselves the advantage over NIC here on Sunset, and this is not looking too hot for the MYSG team.
Yeah. Shocking here
Go, go, go.
towards NIC so far. A 4-round streak by Blue Eyes White Dragon. And it's just the usual antics that they have. Now that they have more respect for mid, leaving the strip bars, keeping tabs of it with V-God. This one-way setup as well has been so strong from Device as well as View. And with it, Azami has to invest so much utility. He sends out the Owl Drone, goes for the Recon Dart. They're gonna have to wait that out later on. But the pressure now towards this B site here. Akame alongside 12. They're creeping in. Still, market here for View. Now by Storm. Stun coming on up. Blue Eyes White Dragon ready to receive. Akame with a stun up towards backside. Keeping Blue Eyes contained here. View on 10s though. Just always angles Blue Eyes is looking for here. But eventually Storm's the one who gets the first one. 4v4 for now. As Storm is launched from the corner. Akame. Well, Bova push. NIC in the face of adversity! Brixie running out of bullets though, but the damage has been done. It's left to Prick here to try and be a thorn on the side against the opposition. But it's just so tough here. Dart comes out. He's stuck in the corner. And it will take some big heroics to make this happen.
Oh,
no, the
Last player
backstab.
standing.
Azami! The fumble! And with it, Prick, maybe a chance. But then again, Akame will keep his A game going. NIC equalize it.
Prick was
over
checking
there.
every single close corner that he can just to spot where Akame will. But Akame go kill. He's gonna be able to clutch that one out.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I like the... Which one was kind of sadder, the anime or the manga?
I don't read manga, unfortunately. But
You don't read? Oh no, Asura, you truly are an iPad
you know, I'm trying to change that. Kind of getting to the e-ink book readers, but there's nothing cheap. So, sadly.
Bro, education is an investment, okay?
Yeah, but when my eyes hurt from reading on screens, I kind of need something that doesn't, bleed out my eyes. But seemingly, can they bleed out the map with Rigsy's ultimate there? Looks like that's going to be a no, unfortunately. And BWD, they're kind of just cleansing the map here.
Oh
Slowly but
my!
surely, his device with the 4K gets the flawless, beautiful stuff from the EWD. And they just shrug it off, man. They just brush away the offense of NIC.
Man is the machine of A main. He is the Terminator at this point. And just some great awareness. But Blue Eyes White Dragon throughout the map, they were pinging it towards spawn. They kept Rigsy there contained. And we're just back to business with Device. He slides through the corner. He gets those kills. Job done for the round. One more to go in this first half.
Here we go.
Right. It seems like they don't want to waste any time at all, but Device might actually bite off more than he can chew. No, never mind. He's gotten the first kill already. He's trying to zap through the Cyber Cage, and it might actually work as they're slowly dwindling away at the HPs. But this might be a bit too much of a bite that BEW cannot chew, as they just get kind of whacked. 2 players already down for only to trade onto Akame. And now they've lost a bit of map control as well, especially here on B from the looks of things.
Yep, and then Device is the one who has to catch NIC in the act. Some good rotations, though, to play into the corner. Well, NIC sniffing that one out and backing away towards that A side.
I know exactly
Storm,
where you
unconventional, yes, but could be decisive. Neural Templar will expose those intentions. And now, Blue Eyes White Dragon, they are known throughout the land. Back to A, or back to B rather. We go here. The dart comes on in. Device swings out to his own demise. And nobody in Koldan doing a good job to make the right decisions in the mid-round. Spike planted down here. And Storm has to wait for his teammate before he can push.
Fivum,
Off your feet!
he's ready. Not even needing to
enemy
wait
remaining.
for contact. He makes his own. Now Prick on a 1 versus 3 on an island here, man. Using that shot there to clear a couple of corners as he works his way from the top side of this B site. They already know his positioning.
Oh, no.
He will get pressed in, and that will be a 6-6 even between the 2 teams as we end the first half.
Yeah, very good. Want to see in sudden death in the best of 1. Just both teams now backing on the second half to bring them to the promised land here. But I'm looking forward to what Blue Eyes White Dragon have in store for us on the attack. And start things off, Asterai. It's a mid-take already from Device and the rest.
They're very adamant about that mid control. Still not really pushing too much. Device is making sure he can break through that door. Maybe gravitate the attention of NIC here, which could actually work because NIC now just kind of flirting with the idea of pushing through here on A main. And this could be a trap that Rigsy is knowingly going to be pushing into. The isolation, though, Device, it could be in trouble, but does have response from his teammate. The paranoia forces Akame away.
Yeah, and that wasn't a full flash, I believe. That's why. With 5 HP, Device able to still be a potential entry with that little HP, sure. Boba, camera, and peekaboo!
Hello.
Storm sees you!
Again.
That's pretty lucrative. You have a Boba business, and then there's like a photo booth beside it. But then again, take a picture, because it'll last longer. Then views life into the round here. 4v4, and on to the side we go. As Blue Eyes White Dragon get it to post plant, they know that God has just moved away from that default corner. Well, he wants to go for the push. Crystal spotted on the jump peak. Now the stun comes on in. Well set by Fivum. He's not done. 3 for the IGL. Akame in position, and NIC. Incredible clear on the retake there.
Yeah, it all got started because of that beautiful fault line that we saw from Fivum. It kind of accelerated everything, and not for the better, specifically for Blue Eyes White Dragon here. You saw that there was a flank coming in from Device all the way through mid, but then once he saw his teammates was already getting pressured, he had to just start running in. But because I think he was either late or just so low, he couldn't really have that counter, right? You're seeing there on the minimap. But then everybody already from BW was just getting caught, and then just nothing else that they could really do at that point. but lose.
Yeah, just coordination seems to be the game plan for NIC. And we were
Let's
talking
go.
about it in the halftime break, actually. Like, NIC sometimes looking disjointed in that first half. If they can do what they just did in that last round, it could be a cleaner defense for them. Here we go with Blue Eyes White Dragon. They're forcing up pretty early on. Here, Asurai, Stinger, Spectre, pressure towards B, and NIC respecting that, and let's go for the retake instead.
Pumping shots. Seeing if that's gonna work out there.
Spike planted.
Well, definitely is. NIC get pushed back with this force buy from BEWD.
Oh, but
And
the utility. The utility, though, they're clearing things out like Market to get that space, but then again, it's NIC with utility to spare! The paranoia! Perfection! As Akame blinds those blue eyes! Why?
Player
Towers
standing.
contained, NIC getting all the kills here until Storm approaching now on that impact. He's gotten 2, but those clouds disperse quickly. Akame with 3! NIC will handle the force buy there.
well, the storm has not fully approached.
Yes. It's still like split up into an emo and a demon guy.
Yes.
Did you play that one? You probably you look kind of confused.
Gotta go.
Was this the reboot?
No, it was the newest one. So
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
played a little bit of it, like a few
Nah.
hours of it.
sorry I spoiled it for you.
Nah, it's okay.
I'm out
It was
of
like
here.
Virgil.
released in 2018, but it looks like it looks like a 2024 game.
Yeah,
honestly.
he's
2024.
kind of the guy's Virgil. Just
Yeah,
FYI.
yeah. For those that don't know, it's
Where?
the one with the Netflix adaptation.
Of all things, yes, my favorite game.
Description
Ba-
of Devil May Cry.
Dude, my favorite game, Netflix, with the Netflix adaptation of Edge Runners, you know?
Ah, yeah.
Ah.
Season 2 incoming.
See-
But never mind,
ah.
sorry. Getting into the next part of this one. Seems like we kind of got... Look at this deep yes.
Yeah,
This
deep
infiltration
push.
of BEWD.
It's a great penetration of the defenses by Blue Eyes White Dragon, Asterai. I agree. They got so deep in there. And that's as true as it can be. They got the
Spike
market
planted.
to Boba. NIC just leaving all that clear. Could be where it could be decisive. Blue Eyes White Dragon right now. Using the numbers to their advantage. They have a Bulldog to spare as well. Akame though, stun coming on up, clearing the corners here. Bit by bit. Make their way onto the site. Market cleared now. The Judge though, not the best gun at that distance. Akame needs to get closer. Thinking about it, off to the ghost. Azami though, and Fibim on the board. 3v2. Where's my Dragon doing all they can to keep things in tempo. But here comes that's Azami! How
One
could
enemy
you?
remaining.
Went for the knife. It's all left to Fibim now. But Frick playing it perfectly from the shadows of the smoke. It's Blue Eyes White Dragon to surprise them all to get on the board here.
I honestly thought they won already for NIC. Because dude was trying to go for a stab with the knife, but it's actually a 2 versus 2 still at that point. So, I don't know what that was about.
Last player
Yeah.
standing.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I thought it was actually already over and Fibim could have gone for the defuse, but Prick was still alive.
I
That-
don't want to be
Yeah.
like a negative Nancy, but this is the best of fun. Do you have time to play knife kills? Really? Yeah. Well, it is what it is. NIC still do have the lead. And now they're putting early pressure towards B main. They really want to find value with that Judge. Quick pivot here from Device. Throws the stun directly at his opposition for 12!
Spike
The spray
down,
is solid.
A.
2 for him, but 2 for Blue Eyes. And on to A we go already.
And a straight shot for BEWD here. NIC still pretty far. Only Fibim's just right around the corner here against Device. Pop through the box could really put him in a spot there.
Whoa,
Wait.
whoa, whoa. Wait,
Okay,
wait.
he's trying to set up a fun
What?
run. Actually works out in their favor. Sasami gets 2 kills. And Storm will get spotted. Has to come around the corner. And he puts himself in a really risky situation. Has to hit a shot against Fibim, but no, not gonna happen. And in this case, NIC coming out on top.
My only question right now is how? How does it work out for nobody in Cold and in the end? They have 17 HP in total amongst 2 players. And that was Device getting in position. But if there's one thing that NIC is really good at, it's punishing these
enemy
mistakes.
remaining.
They're so instantaneous at shooting heads, at making these sprays happen. We saw it from 12. We saw it to many of our surprises with Azami, and that is enough to keep the lead in for, well, at least for a bit of a gap here.
Yeah, and it does, you know,
I'm outta
force
here.
reset on economy here for BEWD. It's really just the rifle from Prick that they're gonna try to make do with. I mean, Device does have the electric fingers. Akame around a corner here. Oh, I don't think he was spotted, so he can pocket himself there and be a bit of a nuisance just in case.
Most of them was one and done though.
Oh,
And he's
look at
sliding
this.
into Storm! He has no fear of those clouds at all. It's clear skies thanks to Akame.
Gotta go.
And given that, NIC, they get a pick for free. Not only that here, Asura, Akame's still watching out for Tiles. Eventually will relent. Given that, MeGod now looking to set up the play towards A. Then again, the tripwires for utility. It's so tough here for Blue Eyes. They're getting spammed through the wall there. Device gets to the corner. And the overdrive
Last
is gonna
player
underperform. NIC just the ultimate shutdown here. This is a sure round for nobody in Coldan. They get the double digits.
That's beautiful stuff for them. Really nothing that BEWD could have done at that point. And honestly, I think it was just NIC understanding that their opponents don't really have that firepower and maybe even resources to counter them at this particular interval. So might as well just press the advantage, see if they actually will fight back, and if not, you can always go for those trades. That's why you saw NIC when they're trying to push on mid. When Akame was trying to go for that aggression, he had somebody right behind him. But now this time, pressure's on, and we've seen this in that last game. You gotta have to go for that timeout. Not very early, but not very late as well. Still some time for BEWD to kind of mull things over.
Yeah, and timeout here by Coach Q-Love. Some conversations where some of these rounds just slipping away from Blue Eyes White Dragon. If you're an NIC fan, you're gonna be very happy after that last round that they're getting back into form yet again. And it does seem like that's the name of the game here right now. Both squads have been so explosive here, Asarai, but the more coordinated squad, the more clean squad really on some of these retakes especially, they're the ones who are getting the advantage, and right now it's NIC.
100%. This is just... How do you mention this? This is just a bit too much, I think, for BEW to handle at this point, but we'll see.
Yeah.
4 ultimates, right?
Yeah.
All their weapons up and running. There's something there that could happen. And he's only 3 rounds behind.
Yeah, and NIC have been playing a very good retake game so far in this defense. Now, it's early aggression from Riggsy. And Device, if he's not the one playing the first fragger there, he's the one on the trade, but the Comet Spray, it's just utter perfection. Nguyen, it was round the corner. NIC showing dominance here. And nobody in Coldan, just letting them know nobody's allowed here at mid, and Blue Eyes White Dragon will have to respect that.
Yeah, they mean business. Every time you just get a contact, you just cannot get any positive net outcome from it. So with that being said, back to the drawing board. It's a 2 versus 4. I mean, in this situation, you kind of expect to just try to 1v2 something, go for the hard clutch, because look at just the risk that BEWD are taking. They push themselves into Newsstand, get into the side planet, but then once you look at things, you're kind of just sandwiched in. So you can't see that BEWD are making sure that this 2 versus 4, they try to pinch elsewhere, but the read from NIC is good enough that it's going to counter them, but maybe if they wait a little bit longer, they're going to actually still face a 4 versus 2 with not a lot of people flanking them from behind.
Yeah, it's not just the read here. It's just what NIC is willing to give on up. This is the second time this half we've seen that market to Bova push from Blue Eyes White Dragon. NIC letting it happen for the time being. They have the numbers anyway, and they made sure A was clear on all fronts. But here they come from the market to Dart. Gonna keep 12 at least to synchronize from the rest of the team. Eventually, though, it's a 3-stack from market that Blue Eyes White Dragon need to be wary of. Fricto in position. Good shot. Great spray. Vu as well. And they're turning it around here from a 2v4 to a 2v1. It's up to 12 now to turn it back around, but nobody in Coldan. It's looking pretty cold for them in this reception. View again, so sharp, and what a turnabout, courtesy of Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Man, Prick is just... He has his moments where he's just going to be able to get that value. And I honestly it didn't look like he was about to hit that margin, but boy did he. And this was exactly what BEWD needed to get into a bit of a spray here. Look at that. He was able to dodge the stun, able to dodge the shock dart, and get like 2-3 kills alongside Vu, which again puts BEWD back on the map.
Yeah, you can't count out BEWD. That was the 2v4. That was them just hitting some nutty shots, avoiding the utility from NIC. Hunter's Fury now, though, there's no avoiding this one. Gets tagged the first time. Prick gonna be alive for now. Bought some region shields, so he's back to effectively light armor for the rest of the round here. The rest of the team, though, NIC pushing towards B main. Blue Eyes White Dragon knocking on that A doorstep here, Asarai.
I'm out of here.
Spotted already by the camera as well. Now slowly creeping in. A couple of trips here and there as well. Device gonna get spotted. Response with the smoke. Azami gets the first kill. Good for them. And somehow BWT are rocking right into the trap, and this is them being forced to plant that spike in. Are they going to be able to escape? Two of them got already stunned, and look at that, the isolation, the charge in from Akame, and he's going to be able to mow them down with that judge. Storm at the back of the site, trying to force them back, and 12 bringing out the pistol. Kind of interesting, as somehow it's still being dealt with by BWD, and we only have Fibim, who only has the Stinger in that range. It's not going to work out. How did that happen for Blue Eyes White Dragon?
All the stuns in the world doesn't matter if you have someone like Storm who can just weather everything thrown at him. It was awkward. I think it was very awkward there for NIC once they got close. Two of Blue Eyes were right beside each other. Akame only had the Bucky, so could only fire a single shot in that interval. And Storm, to quote a certain someone, you know, he needed to do something, and he did everything on that corner. Blue Eyes White Dragon making it happen.
Go, go, go!
Wow,
Same.
I have no words for...
I'm a big fan, don't forget. It's the same angle too.
All right. Now let's see. Tripwires placed a little bit more into the site. Oh, I think the recon Sova drone spotted one, so now they know something's up. But seems like BWD's not gonna get denied by this and just straight up run through it. Take a little challenge against 12. Will get forced back ever so slightly with that stun. And it's working, but there is a bit of a tag here and there against Negod. Still not the cleanest of executes, but it will be a 5 versus 5 on this retake.
Yeah, it's a full retake now from NIC. Starts off with a Rolling Thunder, but Device is the one who hits 12 there early on. Blue Eyes White Dragon finding the green light there, but NIC still with the numbers. They control the pace thanks to the breach pivot. Quite low on the HP though. Aftershock right that Paranoid onto the side, but no one's home. And it's me, God, and Prick. We've seen Blue Eyes White Dragon make the duos happen, but the army of two becomes just the one. Prick, the 1v3. He's been good before. He's good for the first.
Has
Two now. Oh! They just line up for him. The high-low's done. And Prick is precision. The clutch unreal were tied up here.
I don't think they knew that Prick had such a good, like, small crack through that smoke. He just spot, like this one, exactly that. And he picks it again, spot the two of them lining up, and he just demolishes, like you just mentioned, precision. It's beautiful stuff, and that was weird. Just the double, not really weird, but the punish was beautiful from Prick.
Yeah. It's just... It wasn't noticed in time, I believe, from Nobody in Koldan. That one gap that you mentioned. And with it, the lead that Nobody in Koldan has built throughout this set, it is dwindling in front of their eyes. Pistols now here for the Singaporean squad. Blue Eyed White Dragon. Usual pressure towards A main. Respect the one-way. Prick just watching out for, and he kind of pushed from Akame. But the rest of the team onto tiles, onto mid. But they want to still play towards this A site here.
Definitely do. Well, slow approach if they can. It's only really Akame here. Has the ultimate in hand, but not using it and get caught by Device. Bit of a wide swing from Akame there too. To be fair, didn't really expect UW to be that close. But this is looking to just be a cleanup right now outside of that A site, but it's a good spread for BWD. So Blue Eyes, they have options on where they could go if they want to.
Yeah, and Blue Eyes White Dragon has been very potent on these anti-ecos, just one by one isolating the fights, catching them,
30 seconds
those
left.
swings. Device not going to continue the spray down that he's been doing throughout the round here. But 12, he's going to be golden after that one.
Spike
Good
planted.
shot, a gun to be picked up. Can NIC do some more damage for the rest of the round here?
Shadows traveling.
Now, where are they? Oh, so they're going for a kind of spread out path here. Both already pretty close. The Recon Dart's getting thrown out, but he actually gets a catch onto V-God, so this is pretty doable right here for them. As 12 still holds a strong position.
enemy
Now we
remaining.
have a 1 versus 1.
Cage trigger.
The wraparound Storm coming around, not making any noise, and catches 12 unawares. It could have gone either way, but unfortunately for 12, just not enough. BEWD take back the lead.
Yeah, just that one gun to do that much damage. Blue Eyes White Dragon creating a sigh of relief after that one, because 12 really did step on up there. Some
Last player
pressure to
standing.
play from Market, some great sprays, but in the end, it's still Blue Eyes White Dragon setting it up on the site so efficiently. They have 4 ultimates here, Asteroid. They have so much to throw at nobody in Koldan now.
Oh. Quick little use onto the scatter for Vu here. Get that quick information. Knowing the back of the A side. Maybe to even rile something out of NIC here. Just go around the corner and check something out.
That's Rigsy. See it coming. The trip are so good. And Rigsy and 12,
One
the
enemy
masters of
remaining.
this maze.
Spike down.
Pick an angle. You're just gonna die to it anyway. Boo QT, the only one left. The trade immediate from Rigsy. And we see it's 11 to 11. Make a wish for a long game. We might get it here.
11 to 11. Like you said, make a wish, man. Kame's bringing out that operator. First time in this entire Sunset map as well. And this is going to be, honestly, a good answer, too, because BWD is back on just the scrappy buy. Only really having that judge in the hand, or excuse me, shotgun in the hand of Device.
The Bucky,
The Bucky, thank you. I keep forgetting.
yeah. The Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Thunderbolts.
Yeah. New Avengers? Huh?
I don't know much about comics, but that was a definite right hook to me as a fan.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. All drone for Tripwire. Handshake. Utility. Handshake.
Cage trigger.
And onto B side we go immediately. So Blue Eyes White Dragon not skipping a beat, but 12 keeps the spray steady. He's just hosing the opposition now, and eventually he's gonna be a conduit to the lightning. Device in position. Akame though with the operator here. A zombie. Where did he come from?
Enemy
Sprays down
remaining.
one, sprays down another. And nobody in Koldan
here.
taking command of the round here, keeping MeGod here contained. And MeGod, what can you do against a non-believer? Akame bring his own religion to the round here, and it's nobody in Koldan to map points.
Now, and I
Match
see
point.
finally a foot out the door here, man, or a foot out of the door of victory. Excuse me, because they definitely sorely need a win already. Having that loss again against X-God. It's so close, so close. BWD though definitely has the potential to push us into that overtime. So we'll see how this goes. For the moment though, I'm looking at the positioning.
show
Seems
them.
like BWD looking for that mid spread, but the operator Kame is gonna be the one to kind of go for that contact. Really going deep, slow walking into things, but BWD is going the other direction, so he might be forced to pull back a little bit here, as it seems like NIC, feeling uncomfortable, has to use that ultimate. Connections, nothing, and no information gathered, at least right now, for the defending team.
I think it's too far. I think Azami was just a little bit too far. He had the right directions though. And Blue Eyes White Dragon onto the extremities there in the elbow, but this... Oh, Akame! A little surprised he didn't actually hit that shot, but with it, the Sova baiting out the overdrive here. Could be a domino effect into play, but Fibim keeping everything steady. MeGod though, The trade comes on in, Paranoia, but me God, now! You gotta be a believer as he gets the spike planted on the side. No swing out from Azami, has to wait for the rest of the squad. But then Neural Theft into play. Now then, Migod spotted, contained, 3v3, Hunter's Fury. That's the call, courtesy of Brick. Waiting on the pings, now he's getting the tags. Immense damage from Brick here. But then again, there's still a responsive intel from top two here, spotted. 12 with the zombie, getting the job done. It's up to Brick again. He's been the hero for Blue Eyes White Dragon, but it seems like this dragon has been slain by nobody in Koldan. A close game here, Asarai, but we're gonna see NIC take it 13-11.
That's gonna put them. That's almost certainly a death sentence, at least here in the promo relegation.
Yeah, your fate is not in your hands anymore if you're 0-2. You need other teams to drop the ball as well. And Blue Eyes White Dragon, that adjustment for going the breach to go into the ISO, the dual potential, courtesy of Migod, will it compensate for the lack of utility and the lack of support really for the Neon in the entry? Fancy you though, same comp they run in the Vietnam qualifiers on live Battle Series Season 3. 4 split 3.
Revealing
Here we go. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Back-to-back games onto the attacking side here.
Fisher immediately just puts everything on that A site. Where did he put his camera on? I'm not sure if he actually broke it or it's just somewhere there on the middle. But I think he did get a bit of that contact. Quick little
Got the spike.
smoke onto a long. Seems like Blue Eyes White Dragon wanting to go for a maybe waiting for Fancy to also make a mistake and get caught on mid here. As you can see, Yes I Can spots a bit of the numbers on BEWD. I'm not sure if that translates into anything of a read here for Fancy.
Yeah, and Fancy United and Blue Eyes White Dragon, we can't understate it that they fought against each other recently on this map. And Fancy actually did incredible work on the defense to get the shutout going. So learned lessons for Blue Eyes White Dragon. Let's see if they can put it into practice. Did you see it to play? Initial backing away into hell. Buku showing on up. 1-for-1. We got the with the shielding. Eventually Twilight in position. Twilight! The Dawn breaks and he's in position. Gets 2 for his troubles. Now to a 2v2. But then again, it's still the flank potential
30
from
seconds
Yes
left.
I Can. Spike still planted by
Spike
Brick
planted.
though. Min Long keeping Prick contained. This is buying some incredible time here for Yes I Can to get in position. So much attention, and Yes I Can. No, you didn't know. No, you didn't know at all. He gets there. Storm's gone. Prick all alone in a 1v2. We're hyping him up. That top fragger from before, but this time around, it's not gonna happen versus Min Long. FCY with the pistol round.
That was such a sneaky way to defend that A site. Fishio did a nice little play where he planted or he placed a cyber cage right in front of him and basically kind of zigzagged alongside it, dodging his opponent's line of sight, plus the recon dart, which was a nice little cherry on top, and they just couldn't really figure him out. Sure, there was a couple of good trades here and there for BEWD, but because of that play, it also kind of forced BEWD's players to just kind of stuck around that area, and then the rest of Fancy was just, all right, just start pushing into the site and get a couple of kills, get a couple of trades.
Yeah, you had to deal with Cute, and then Twilight, and then Min Long. We were stuck in hell for so long, and now Blue Eyes White Dragon, they're stuck again. Cute already in position. 1-for-1, Brick making it happen! And the damage done by Blue Eyes White Dragon. Those stingers packing quite the punch. On to see we go. Mitchell left all alone here, shocked. Fancy United are after that one.
That was great. Absolutely
Spike
beautiful
planted.
stuff.
Camera taken.
Fishio though, bang, bang. Yes, long range stinger. It's gonna work. I mean, it can, but had to pressure himself to get that first kill and then still deal with the remaining 2. It's not easy, but like you mentioned, it was a very good force buy here that worked out in the favor for Blue Eyes.
Yeah, and the Blue Eyes White Dragon, that's the tendency we've seen today. Take that risk, bring that firepower, and given you're playing Neon and ISO, might as well go for the full set. You have someone who's speedy, you have someone that's shielded, and this is where Blue Eyes White Dragon can pile the pressure given they're on the attacking side.
This is great, because now again, actually Fancy's decision to go for this 5-stack on A, not too bad, because BWD, at least for these past couple of rounds, hasn't shown that they're gonna rotate the other direction. They're just gonna force a fight somewhere here. This is kind of obvious, though. I mean, Fishio's already there.
Yeah.
I feel like they know that something's gonna be up, right?
Like the Cypher of all people showing a hand like that. But eventually, The 33% risk assessment here by Fancy United. They are in position. They have the numbers. But then it's still about the guns. The bullets that Blue Eyes White Dragon throw at Fancy. Nice shots from Twilight and Fisher there. But it's still not going to happen. Blue Eyes White Dragon just pepper the site and take this one.
Yeah, they'll definitely take that. A couple of kills here and there. Couple of eco kills for Fancy here also works in their favor there. They boost up their economy, forces the opponents to buy up. But I do like how, BEWD kind of approached this. They figured something was up, and they didn't really force their way into the back of the A site. Sure, they got separated because of the smokes, but they primarily just forced, they played in the front, where they could just play those trades, which actually worked out in their favor.
Yeah, it's a good point, because they prioritize the contact, right? Since they realize this is more than one person towards Graffiti, bit by bit. They take down Fancy United there. But the gun's now out. Device, though. Hold on about this one. Operator into play from the Neon. Smoke out towards mid. Masking some of the intentions of Fancy United. They want to take that grass control and more. Really, it's a game where both sides are kind of in a deadlock. Eventually, the operator makes the noise. Fisher will no longer peek that angle. Support towards A with the one-way. Aldro broken. Fisher, though, has to back out. Sleaze tag. Now vulnerable. And suppress! The suppress is huge! The tripwires, they're turned off here! The undercut could find value at me. God's gone. Twilight already in position. And here comes Blue Cute as well. Yet again, the double duelist. Swinging in time for Fancy United. And that should put a stop to Blue Eyes White Dragon for now.
Wow, that suppress kind of baited BEWD in. The fight's still not over yet. We'll see how this kind of goes. Good kills from Voot there, but I mean, there's all the players of Fancy was already here to just intercept and deny the entrance into the A site. And yeah, it's false sense of security with that suppress, man. They felt urgency and it backfired.
Yeah, and we've seen for Fancy United, they have players ready to rotate towards A. Twilight and Bukute, no matter what. And I'm impressed how speedy. We saw a bit of a swap out there from Fancy United in terms of positioning. Now they have the operator. Now Twilight will look to exploit some more of those angles. Let's see what the answer is for Blue Eyes White Dragon, because this is where it could get kind of wonky for them.
Fair enough. Device.
Go, go, go!
I like the angle, I like the aggression, the cute. All right, I'm not gonna go through that.
Yeah, no way. Well, Fancy playing relatively aggressive with some of their angles here. The low ground hold by Yes I Can. The owl drone from Prick has been one way to dislodge Fancy United from these angles. But given that it's such a mixed buy here for Blue Eyes White Dragon, there isn't the fullest confidence. Instead, Twilight looking for the angle here. Prick! What was that? Prick! Impressive spray! Rid of the op. It's 2 already here for Blue Eyes White Dragon, and onto A we go again.
Yeah, it's only the Fisio holding into things. No more tripwires whatsoever, so it's just raw firepower if they can make it happen. But somehow, with the fast lane, is actually working out in his favor. He's also throwing out their neural theft, which could give him a bit of that nice little scan through the smoke. Catches an opportunity, but he whiffs. And it's all down to Yes I Can, but he's on the flank. They might not know about this. They have to check it. The timing is going to be very crucial, and he just misses. Well, cute.
Oh no, the camera.
Oh, he has to go around, but Storm chases him down, knocked out, and that's going to be BEWD stealing one away and puts them one ahead.
Yeah, you saw a lot of the could-be's there for Fancy United, right? Fisho in that position, looking for value with the neural theft, but some incredible kills from Blue Eyes White Dragon, courtesy of Prick and the rest. They just get rid of the big-time players here of Fancy United, the ones that could clutch up for FCY, and they were rewarded by it. 3 rounds already. They still have 3 ultimates unscrounged as well, given that some of their players were on pistols a while ago, and now it's Fancy the one relatively on the back foot.
And Fancy scattered on the other side of the map here. See, completely undefended. No setups, no nothing. Twilight is going to be very late to the party here, especially as he uses that eventual drift and nothing. Oh, nobody got yoink.
No,
Somebody got yoink? No.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't worry, we counted. But that's the thing. It seems like FCY, they were going for the lobby push, given the overdrives available. Now, though, They have to play the retake. They're gonna look to use the paranoia to set things up. Yes, I can. Though on the board, Hunter's Fury gonna be heard, and FCY doing it well so far. Clean retake as they have wiped away whoever is on the site, but they're still long to contend with. Frick has the Hunter's Fury. He's going for the spray, but FCY, it's not just Protector, it's a squad of bodyguards. Get down, Mr. President, says yes I can. He's gotten 3 and a flawless retake. Impressive work by Fancy United.
Yeah, no one dropped. It looked like at least someone had to, right? Be traded away, but that was beautiful. Look at this. The stun, the recon are exposing every single Blue Eyes player on the middle of that C site, and then everyone else that was escaping just couldn't really get that refrag because of how good I think the spread of the smokes and the flashes were. So great stuff from Fancy here, and we are looking at a very tight fight between these two.
Yeah, and yes I can. He's not done. Continues the action from the previous round with an instant kill towards Device. That is a big blow to Blue Eyes White Dragon early on. We've seen Device throughout the night be that entry player. Gonna have to rely on MeGod perhaps to make that space, but the contest again. Bukyut still. And this has been so smart by Fancy United. The smoke out for courtyards for Bukyut to keep control. And they are rewarded with a double dare. More and more, Fancy looking confident, but a spray back from Prick. Catching yes I can. Some great kills overall, but it's still Fancy United holding things steady.
Yeah, numbers advantage. Great map control as well. To the movement here from BEWD, very much restricted. The timing, they could not figure out. Bukyut was still around that corner, and the spike dropped. Can Storm even pick it up? So little breathing space, man.
And it's just so tough. A bait and switch there by the two duelists. Bukyut's sure in the cubby. And where's the swing out? Twilight's the one you have to watch out for. Storm kept guessing. And eventually it's Fancy United. They'll keep the lead and then some.
Then some indeed. Now that they are kind of... Well, I was about to say a bunch of ultimates available, but not really. Just the from the shadows. But this was such a great push from Bukyut and the rest. And it's so calculated as well. You saw that Blue Eyes wanted to counter that, but the stuns, the smokes, it was them dictating where Blue Eyes was gonna fight, and Blue Eyes just tried and failed. They challenged and faltered. So this is some really good understanding of the matchup, right? The team matchup that you have against you.
As of now, Blue Eyes White Dragon, their domain has been contained. And FCY, it's really just that understanding, that familiarity between these two teams that we have to watch out for. But Fancy, so far so good on the defense. Not only that, I'm looking at some of the angles they're trying to take here. You have the Yoru sticking around towards Link. Where is Bukyut? Oh.
It's being cute somewhere else.
Yeah, no, the Neon's like either under... Oh no, Bukyut's the one on heaven and Fishu's the one in hell. Yeah.
It's got the elevation right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it, honestly.
Yeah, I know. But I think this A site, it's been an interesting setup by Fisho. He loves to play into the hell angle. When he can retreat deep into it and Blue Eyes White Dragon. Well, that's the perfect way to do it. But this time, MeGod with the clear. Doesn't matter. It's still the usual suspects that were there to assist him. Bukyut, Twilight, always with the helping hand. The spray from Bukyut is just so solid! Well, he's that deadly! And he's that damn good! Fancy United to 5!
Dang, I don't think they expected that there's two duelists on hell holding the angle. They might have expected that Twilight here would have been playing somewhere around Graffiti, you know, kind of just spread around the pressure, but it's the opposite. The pressure was just only on the one position, and it worked out better than they probably could have anticipated. So that 5-3, good stuff for them. Right now, BEWD playing on the back end. They got like 4 ultimates, but it's just the upgraded pistol. So this attacking team has a lot of options, but it feels like they can't really make any of them work as Fishio hitting the shots with the Outlaw.
Yeah, Fishio's had enough. He's always pressured, always has to go for the bat signal. Now he's the one bringing the gun! And Fishio shutting down the overdrive. This is looking very clear to us that this is a Fancy United round. And just some perfect positioning. You're playing at Chico, just bring out the Outlaw. Nice shot from Storm, Twilight with the trade, and back to business for FCY.
They should give up now.
I don't think you're ready for that takedown, man. They're kind of breaking into pieces in this world of pain.
The pain. No shame, no shame.
They truly are these hunters, man.
It's ready.
It's okay. You're my soda pop, brother.
But
Maybe they're
yeah, okay.
pacifists.
Puns and enjoyment of great animated movies aside, right? Animations aside,
I mean,
it is looking like BEWD have kind of slowed the pace down. Or I don't think they've slowed, but Fancy has done a very good job of making them play slow.
oh yeah, absolutely, and especially again with Twilight just around the map. And here we go again with Yes I Can. And again, you see his name, you know he can do it. Device though, finding Twilight. So that's one duelist out. One more to go. Undercut's good. Suppress sure. But still, Blue Eyes White Dragon can't push out of that one. The spike left behind for now. But now they make the opening towards B. And I'm looking here for Blue Eyes. They don't have Vu Cutie anymore. Someone needs to pick that spike up. And with a push out here, Device. This is a dangerous game he's playing, Asarai. Keeping FCY contained towards A, towards Garage. But really, that Cypher's the one who has to hustle towards the Cypher. And now, Visual! He's not done.
No. He's still alive. And he gets away with the neural theft too. Gives so much information. He's back into safety. They're chasing him down, but he's on heaven. And the rest... okay, are they going to be able to all bypass without triggering it? Yes, they did.
Yeah. They
There's
might not
two-man
know.
flank on the backstab, yeah.
Oh, and then they're just looking straight at heaven. Oh no, prick. Oh no, but Storm catching Fisho. That could be the go signal. Yes, I can now.
They don't
Making
know.
it happen, but they don't know. Min-Long is here in shorts. Seems like this is one distance that he can bridge. Device the low. And it seems like his internal battery might be gone here. A 3K for Yes, I Can. And Fancy United, somehow, some way, they salvaged around there.
That was insane. They got kept in check.
Bow and arrow is old-fashioned. Sometimes old.
I have no words, man. That was just... It was just... I felt like BEWD hard focused on something. Or it just kind of spiraled out of control, right? They had an idea to go into that B side. But once it was fumbling, once they couldn't really deal with Vishio, they had to make the play to go the other side, and unfortunately just not really have, I think, the timings of their opponent's rotations, or if their opponents can go through their anti-flanks from those angles, and it worked.
Just some... Gotta say, those are kind of rounds where you say experience difference, right? The mid-rounding from Fancy United there. Just a lot more clear-cut in what they need to do. And I mentioned it a while ago, I was worried for Blue Eyes White Dragon because they lost their IGL, who was on the Omen. He should be the one to pick up that spike with the From the Shadow, but he's gone from the round. So someone else needs to go for there. And it got so wonky when they tried to push out towards C-Link. They tried to push into A-Link, into the site, but Fisher was still alive. And this timeout for Blue Eyes White Dragon just to reel it all back. Yes, that round did have a lot of humps and hurdles, but there were some good signs as well. If they can get a good opening like that and then finish up the round, that's a chance. But it's looking tough here, Asteroid, because that's 5 rounds in a row by Fancy United on the defense already.
Yeah, there's no sign of kind of slowing down for them. BWD, they're able to have a strong intro. It's the finale in the rounds that they kind of have to make work with. That was interesting from me.
Into the corner, and there you have it. Device on the board. Vu QT as well, understanding the situation. Better look here for Blue Eyes, but Min-Long, where did he come from again? Quick surprise on the brick, but the spike still in the hands of Storm now. And it's 2v1. Fisho forced to play offsite, has to clutch things out for Fancy United. It has the camera though, so he knows the intention. Sees both. I know enough towards Long. Got the tag on the Storm, so there's reconnaissance. Looking for the wallbang. Storm still alive, but looking unhealthy. Swing out. Fisho! What a swing and what a hit. Now just needs a single bullet to do his counterpart in. But Storm is still around the corner. Cypher versus Cypher. Fisho, he's been a mastermind so far. Storm has approached and has gotten close enough to get the job done. 4-7 as Blue Eyes White Dragon get that round.
That was Impeccable timing from Storm there. Visual dropped on logs. Probably didn't have his accurate aim just yet, and fell. Look at that. Last kill. Boom. Yeah, he was still, I think, getting his bearings there, but you know what? We take those. One more round before we end this first half. And Storm is, well, he's the turbulent name. The name is Turbulent, but he's keeping this team stable.
Yeah. And no fear, even low HP still gets it done. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Fighting instinct here. Storm goes spotted. Book cute now. He's been read like a book. FCY have done this play how many times already towards mid. Twilight, he's gonna get exposed as well. So caught by Neural Theft, has to back out. His TP as well will be known now. It's because of that second ping, and this is the opening for Device to get in there. Eastside looking viable. Kill contract. We haven't seen much of this one throughout this half. Yes, I can. Yes, I can, though. Such a tough cookie to crack. He's back in the fight. Eventually taken down. Storm! Yet again! The Cloud screaming his name! It's Prick, though, in position versus Twilight, and Prick! He is truly the sword that will slash for Blue Eyes White Dragon. 5 to 7. Small recovery for Blue Eyes White Dragon to work with.
Any and everything that they can use, they definitely will. Look at this, like you mentioned, completely downloaded already. I think this was just a bit too much of a familiar setup from Fancy, and BWE just had enough. And look at this reposition on the...
Then again, though, FCY now onto the attack. Neon Yoru looking deadly, and immediately we get the action unfolding. Device is gone in the blink of an eye. The paranoia comes in, courtesy of VooQT. But it's low HP for Storm. The pressure's on towards Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Here.
But Fancy United respecting the setup and will back away from Seaside.
Yeah, and you can see that Fishio is just holding the flank at the moment, just checking if anybody from BWD is gonna, well, go for that aggressive play. Nothing so far, so the call right now for Fancy is to take that other route, which actually could work. You know, if someone's just around the corner here, get the trade, that's going to give them easier access onto this A site. But looking at that minimap, feels like it is still going to be an easy way into here, unless Prick is going to be able to catch them on the rotation. Might be a little bit too late, though, but we'll have to see how it goes.
No, it's not. Migot's there. Migot's there, and he's right on time. Blue Eyes White Dragon getting the numbers back in their favor, and they don't expect Migot to still keep swinging. Well, then, it's a prayer for Blue Eyes White Dragon that's been answered, and they get a much-needed pistol.
That was interesting, though. They kind of forced themselves way into the back of the site, never challenging Graffiti, and Migot just uncontested with the plays that he's made. So, look at this. Yeah, no one was kind of forcing their way into there. Or maybe they did, but the undercut made it easier for him to deal with 2 versus 1. So maybe that's it. In any case, that's a round that BWD will take to heart. They got themselves a lot of weapons to work around in this one.
Yeah, and the Vandal here from Migot as well. Had a relatively quiet first half. The second half could be the saving grace for him. Camera up close. Yes, I can. Did you see that? He just went turbo with the swing! And Storm didn't even peel that one. VooQT there in position. The Classics doing some great damage. But Migot is online now. Double tap to break the shield. And here we go again. Aim Lab system. Courtesy of Migot. And precision is power. As Migot gets 3. 7 to 7 here.
One more kill and he'll have his kill contract. Yes, please.
Yes, please. I like
BWD. This is feeling like a trend now today, that every second game that a team plays, it feels like it's closer. Yeah, just throwing it out. Anyways, Migot really showing up, and this is giving, again, a huge boon for BEWD. Nearing the undercut is going to be huge, especially if you get a kill, and or obviously if you have it, you can stop a plant on that spike, which could defer or deter the tempo that Fancy may want to get in this current round.
Oh, the swing from VooQT. Blue Eyes White Dragon, they mean business. But I agree with you. I think Migot in that first half, relative non-factor with the kill contract. We saw it once, didn't really pan out. Love to see if we can get this now in this round and look to find a pick with it as well in the 1v1 duels with Fancy United. Fended off that C site again. Just the early peaks from Blue Eyes. forcing Fancy United to say no. Never mind, not seeing go elsewhere.
One
Fish
day.
Show spotted here by Storm, and this is good for Blue Eyes on the bonus.
All right. This is what they're kind of hoping for at this point. Playing at the back of the site, good control, device. Once again, the Bucky around the space here, now seeing all of the utility being thrown. It's a bit of pressure on Frick, but as long as he can keep that spot on short contained, maybe he can get a couple of kills here, which he does. Twilight stepping up for Fancy right now, and it's
Spike
Me God
planted.
against the world. Big flanks. I think Dog
enemy
was able to
remaining.
spot him.
Show me a target.
He will
No
have his 1 versus 1. The
distractions. My ult
reset
is
and the
ready.
yoink.
Misses.
No! Wait, huh?
Yeah, Twilight! Oh! Twilight just using hell to his advantage! And here comes a new day for Fancy United. A 4K from Twilight. Gotta say though, Asteroid, that round defined by the Yoru. Not only did he win that much-needed duel against Me God there in the end, but look at the sighting. Look at how Twilight plays it. He used confusion, and it was super effective. Frick looking towards hell real quick. Twilight
enemy
getting in
remaining.
position with the real one there. From that point on, Fancy United, they get the round, yes, but it was still some big damage done by Blue Eyes White Dragon. Without the heroics there of Twilight, it wouldn't have panned out, and that's why they called for the timeout.
That was... Yeah, absolutely right. I was kind of confused there. Was Twilight able to dodge? Or did
Yeah.
he do some,
So-
like,
so-
weird tech to deny the... Yeah,
No,
sorry,
I don't think so. I think he was angled. The kill contract looked angled a little bit more to the left. So
Okay.
Twilight just hugged to his own left, which is, you know, me God's right. I think it's kind of like that.
Nah, because it was diagonal, not straight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he
I
had
mean,
like a bit of time to escape. The,
I get your point, because
Mhm.
the Yoru is one of the only agents who can actually get out of the kill contract by putting the fake out in front of you right before you get hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but either way.
Still, that was sick though. That was a huge thing to be able to dodge the kill contract. He didn't give Me God that refresh on HP, which he was obviously fishing for, right? So, in any case, we'll take it. We'll take it. It is a very close game. Enough said.
Yeah.
There is, I am seeing a outlaw in the hands of a cutie. All right.
Yeah, I mean, then just the scoreline alone, you gotta respect Blue Eyes White Dragon. Coming into VCTC, they seem a lot more prepared for things. They made their way to that Vietnam finals just to make it here in the first place, and now they're fighting against a team that is so accustomed to them. Twilight back in position, back at the hell where he truly belongs. It's a 1-for-1 though, as Twilight sticking down, yes again, still going for the push through the smoke though, and Frick is ready for anyone to come his way. So sharp on the shots. Blue Eyes White Dragon just using those smokes to their advantage.
Frick. So smooth with those shots. I'm just kind of enjoying the show at this point. Look at that. We'll see his POV in a bit. Bang, bang, and then just waits. Readjusts the aim. Crispy as can be. Again, we've equalized this 8-8. Fancy was the one that called that timeout earlier, just a round ago, hoping to maybe get a catch here, but it didn't really work out. It also gave BWD the chance to get a calm down and just have this nice response to the Fancy play.
Fancy United now on the pistols. Love to play mid on either side here. Given the gun disparity, it's gonna need to be a lot of pressure towards the bike. That's the check. Cute gets in there, but not good enough to get that kill. Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's just a strong armory and a stronghold on B. The flawless there to get that lead. It's a great sign here for Blue Eyes.
Yeah, Fancy is in trouble. BWD, all they need is 4 more rounds, and that is going to be all she wrote. We will have weapons to buy up right now. Gun's just going to be looking good. Yes, I can. Yeah, he has. Oh. No, it's just I thought they were like on a tech pause or something, because he's bought nothing
Ready.
yet. Oh, there we go. He's good. He was just talking a little bit too long with his teammates.
Yeah,
Formulating
you're
a
right.
plan. You know,
Yeah.
when I see someone just not buying something like two seconds before it starts, it gives me a little bit of that, sure.
Yeah, there you go. Well, a hard stop is the cute gun. I get you. You just respect the teams. Blue Eyes White Dragon, though, been getting first kills for days on the defense, and even more so now with Twilight delivering himself on the silver platter to Me God there. Now Me God is not done. He's got the 2. He's going for more. It's 3 for Me God. It's me. It's him. And eventually Minlong will shut that down. Minlong not done. A fight versus the two duelists, but 10 HP. A stray shot would be enough, and Storm, just a speck of rain there to throw at him. Double digits here for Blue Eyes White Dragon.
I think the MVP that's not a real player has got to be the Tripwire. It just like got to trip ups, and Miga was like, "Thank you very much. All right, I'll get the kills here and there." This was kind of interesting though, where Vux was able to just get a kill without getting traded, and then this quick little TP at the back of the site gets immediately called out by Migod, and Migodin just it just looked like there was nothing Fancy could really do, and there it is, just the second time out. They can't really wiggle their way out of this one, man.
Yeah, is this the back-to-back buff here, Asarai?
Oh, yeah.
Is it really the case that you're effectively playing a map 2 for yourself, momentum from having a close game in your map number 1 against a different team? It's just some conjecture from us at this point, but it's crazy to think Blue Eyes White Dragon, that they're doing this against a team that has had their number for so long in the local scene. And perhaps that's the thing, right? Blue Eyes White Dragon, they saw the groups, they were like, oh, it's Fancy again. We need to prep for them specifically. And as of right now, they've gotten the right reads with this ISO adjustment and then some.
Now that they've called another timeout, what's Fancy's answer to all of this? Like, they have to go around Migod. Prick has been the mower of Fancy players, and then you have Storm that just has the right amount of setup to activate both Prick and Migod. And Device still there, he's on single digits, but his presence is still pretty much felt. He's able to just still be that extra body that has been assisting, you know, the top rankers right now for BEWD, and that's been working pretty well so far for the Blue Eyes team.
Fancy United back to their ways towards mid in these pistols. Tripwire again, looking to immediately expose those intentions. But FCY just wary of the Cypher setup at this point. Storm has been such a thorn on their side here. And over onto A, perhaps, for FCY. Looking at the setup, though. You got the Brick in position. Cyber Cage to cover across. Perhaps be a decoy for the time being. And he pop out. Long, the walk, though, and he's gonna go straight to the crosshair. The Brick there. The start here. Now the overdrive, but the suppress is unreal! Migod just knocking out Bukute there, but FCY still packing a bunch with shares. On to the backside we go. Device HP low. Now overdrive. Here we go with Device. Truly the voltage, the spark for Blue Eyes, but Twilight yet again changing the weather and changing their fates. 1v1. A bullet truly could be defining, and Storm again will be unrelenting. 11-8 now for Blue Eyes White Dragon.
That was unreal. Bukute got thrown an undercut that suppressed him, and he was like, "The hell are you expect me to do with this?" Look at that! It was like, he's just ripping out the overdrive, and then just it got denied right in front of his eyes.
Bro, it's a what the hell? There's no KO on this server. How did this happen? Oh yeah, there's an ISO.
Yeah. What a nasty way to just, you know, deny the hopes of Bukute there. And now the operator from Device here. That thing's going to be dropping down soon, but Long is going to be able to hit the shot.
Oh,
damn easy.
My. One tap
And
for
that's
one
the
tap,
end.
basically. Respect, but in the end, it's a 4v4. The operator displaced, though, and that could be something FCY could work with.
Fair enough. Still, not big map controls just yet. The shock dart's not going to find anything on the middle of the site here, but it will give Fishio that good information he can at least keep pressing in.
Yeah. The lineup.
We get a pick here. Yeah.
So the lineup's there to clear utility. Fishio tried to sneak in, but the Owl Drone from Blue Eyes White Dragon well read what FCY were trying to do on the potential lurk. In any case, revealing still the targets here. Blue Eyes White Dragon in positions to just go for the retake. Instead, from the shadows right now, though, over onto Heaven, and FCY set themselves on site. Yeah, it seems like that's the case for now.
Oh, then that was a real lineup. Pretty cool. Anyways, yeah. Oh, yes, I can. Through the smoke.
Of course,
Just punished Storm before he could really brew up. Annie.
Paranoia.
One enemy
Undercut,
remaining.
sure.
We got on the contact. We're not done just yet. We only have the one player now from BEWD, but he can always go ballistic. Still not going to be this time. 11-9. Fancy keep themselves afloat.
Yeah, and yeah, that seems to be the win condition, right, for Fancy United. Get the post plant. They've had some great positions once they're set up on the site. Clutch moment from Yes I Can, and that's really par for the course. When we see FCY struggle, a player who steps up immediately is Yes I Can. Your IGL, your veteran, and a 6 shot there to keep FCY in contention.
Who will see better, Amir?
Okay. Now, there is a bunch of...
Who's next?
Okay, that's what they were kind of hoping for. Twilight already got the call to check everything. No one's going to be home. Seems like BEWD was pretty much aware of the play that F Fancy was going to do here. It's a more aggressive, ultimate, dimensional drift oriented take on the C site. So this is going to be a 5 versus 5 on the retake for sure.
Well, is this the go signal though? Is this Bukute and Twilight taking the momentum in their favor? Initiative perhaps have to back away. Thanks to Blue Eyes White Dragon, be ready for that one. A blind on the default device. The first one to get the kill, but Twilight still steady here on site. Looking for the spray through the fast lane. Fisho and Midlong both prepared for this one. And Fancy United continue the trend. Post plant is their baby. And right now, they're racking up some rounds here.
Yeah, that hard-fought, hard-won advantage that BEWD got is slowly diminishing here, Dax. One more round and we'll have an 11-11. Make a wish again. Why don't you? BEWD is running out of options. Fancy's got themselves that second win, so to speak. BEWD might want to call for the timeout pretty soon here. Maybe even after this round ends if they don't get it. Or maybe even if they do, right?
Yeah. I'm honestly concerned for Blue Eyes White Dragon and their ult economy. If their FCY used that dimensional drift for such a big advantage a while ago, they still have more left in the tank. On the C we go. Fastlane gonna be the call out this Fury too for extra cover. But it's really Blue Eyes pushing out deep. They have to deal with the tripwire though. Minlong as well. The wallbang, the angle, the pixel angle, I believe, leaving Bukute with 5 HP and looking set for FCY.
Yeah, very strong showing here. Device now baiting a couple of shots into Milong is holding that position for the rest of his team, and he's able to pick up 3 kills. One more player remaining. It's gonna be Storm on the wraparound. Milong is gonna spot him on the contact. Tries to play the 1 versus 1, will miss, and he picks up the 4K. Now, this is it. 11-11. We've equalized. Who will get the advantage once again?
Yeah, and honestly, Minlong getting those 4 kills, great for the ult economy here of FCY. The only other player you'd prefer those kills would be Bukute. Given now, get the post plant again, they might have some extra firepower in the last 2 rounds of regulation. But bit by bit, FCY's executes have been unanswered, and this is getting really deadly for Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go, go, go.
Whew. They're running out of steam, man. They're running out of options. They have to build, or they have to bring this back. I'm not sure if BEWD as a team can really play those super close, almost end of the, or close to the finish line kind of situations. And we saw that in the last game too, right? Against NIC. Yeah,
I was thinking about it, right? When the situation does get tense, can Blue Eyes White Dragon handle that pressure and wrap up the game? It's looking tough though. This is the penultimate round, perhaps. This could just define who has the advantage, and then more so if FCY wins this one here, Asarai, Blue Eyes is broke.
That's true. They don't really have much if they lose this round. Gonna have to pick it back up now.
They need a pick from Device.
Oh, this is huge. Get a shot. Oh, he misses. This is gonna be bad. He's still holding. He really wants to go aggressive on this, but he got baited by Fancy.
Yeah.
It seems like Fancy are just gonna go the other direction. They don't want to fight against this operator.
That fake out was immense value. The shot misses, but they know the operator's in the angle.
30
Tortado
seconds left.
working on the lurk from Fisho. The setup from Storm is looking difficult to work with. Megat finding Yes I Can. Storm still trying to find an angle from the smoke
Spike
itself.
planted.
Here we go though with the kill contract. Got taking one. FCY numbers swinging back in their favor. Fisho, Bukut, some big kills here in position now. And Fisho still keeping an eye out of heaven. Things falling apart for Blue Eyes White Dragon fast. And the FCY have brought the blindfold now. They're making sure Blue Eyes don't see this coming. It's match point for Fancy United.
Oh my god. This is unbelievable how Fancy have this steely perseverance to them. Just unstoppable from the looks of things. But again, it could always turn around. BWD, they gotta dig deep, man. They gotta put us into overtime, or else the 0-2 is just really gonna put them down 6 feet under in terms of this promo relegation life. Vice making the heroics of pushing up in, but I think it was spotted by the camera as well. Can't really go farther than this, or else, you know, just... No, he's actually gonna go for that distance, that fight. Really pressing in. Is it gonna work though?
Yes, I can spot him though. And Bukut, the collab! That's a massive collab from Bukut!
What now?
The operator! Just getting immense value, and given that FCY looking to roll the red carpet, they assess the map well. They're going towards C, but what a shot from the Neon! Could be the death sentence, truly, to Blue Eyes White Dragon.
What the hell was that? No, this puts them in a huge, advantageous position for Fancy. They take themselves a bit of a breather right now.
Yeah.
Trade the weapons. Bakut's gonna be under contact here. Out in the open is gonna be MeGod, and he just got caught for looking. Storm now also spotted. Has to go for the fight through the smoke, through everything. He's got a weapon upgrade here with the Vandal in hand. The problem is it's a 1 versus 4, and time is ticking.
The Storm kept at bay here. And Fancy United, they've truly haunted Blue Eyes White Dragon throughout the year. They've been the nightmare of Blue Eyes White Dragon. Bukut in position to make sure BEWD would never wake up.
The other side on the enemy camp and just see how it works.
But this is the Fancy United that we knew and loved from years prior, right? When Vietnam went into the Southeast Asian scene, always the creative compositions. And here we get a slice of it now, yet again. Great to see the variety. But we'll see the execution. XGod on the attacking side, FCY on the defense. Keep an eye out on Bukut and Twilight, how they can coordinate. Mid looking to be contested early on here by the defense. And as the gates do fall, it's immediately the darts being set. Twilight, yes I can. Stuck in the corners now. Garnets trying to line up any kind of shots. But both teams very much in the know. This could be a standoff towards Courtyard. And both sides just refusing to flinch from the get-go.
You know Twilight's there, but did they know Yes I Can also has double. Oh yeah, there it is. Both pings left and right. So XGod are very cautious to, you know, kind of overcommit to that position. He's going to wrap around the other part of the map here, where only the Tejo, where only Melong is going to be holding on. Bukut does it? No, he has both of his flashes up. So this is, I think, a position where he can really, you know, kind of switch the music, but we'll see.
That was so risky for Foxy. If we did see Minlong swing there, could have been deadly. But XGod doing a good job to trigger that shear. Now they're still in that mid standoff. And eventually Twilight will have to relent the initial position. Backing away now from Pizza to play it safe. It's still the split push. Angling towards that A
30
side.
seconds
So
left.
FCY, solid read so far of the lay of the land. 3 players around the area. You get the omen of Yes I Can get back in position. Special delivery now. Anduis avoiding the stun. Stalvo into play too. XGod, no time left, but eventually they do go for the Raptors push. Anduis in position. Twilight with the trade now. 4v4 onto the side we go. Endo caught with his hands out. And Foxy needs to stick the plant now. Minlong in position. FCY handling the pressure well though. And they manipulate the battlefield to work out in their favor. Well done on the pistol for the defense.
That was very scary, honestly, for XGod. I'm not sure why it took so long to start making their way through that A side. Maybe it's because of how well Fancy, as you mentioned, was able to control the situation. Delay. XGod didn't really had any more choice and had to execute with whatever they could. It looked like it was sort of working. You did see I think Yes I Can be the sacrificial lamb in that situation, but then there was still like what, 2-3 players from Fantasy still healthy, still holding very strong defensive positions on A site, and XGod just couldn't really deal with it fast enough.
Yeah, and most important, right?
I'm outta
Boots
here.
on the ground there. When Endois jumped into the back of Generator, he was in an awkward spot. Just running around trying to avoid those bullets. Yeah, just tough stuff. XGod on the eco here, though. And you can see already some of the strengths for FCY's comp. They have so much staying power to keep contesting mid, given they have the Yoru, Twilight as well. Strong shot to catch out Garnets. And the rest of XGod now looking to play into B, where Fisher's awaiting them.
Yeah, and Fisho still has a good amount of ability here as well. Razor Vine, I believe. Not the Razor Vine, but the Flash. Oh, that Rose right around the corner there. He does also have the help of Yes I Can, just in case. Oh, there is a Razor Vine. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
it's on
weird
the
little lineup, yeah.
It's on the little caster side of the boat.
One
So
enemy remaining.
a bit more wrap. Well done. Honestly, there's a lot of Razor Vine lineups towards the B side, and FCY keep it very clean. They have so much practice on this conversation, so them bringing it out right here, right now, not too surprising. This defense looking solid so far.
Yeah, and with Twilight having so many really nasty angles that he can take with that outlaw of his, and then if it turns sour, he can always just gate crash away. There's an extra layer of caution that XGod have to kind of cautiously tread just so that they don't get caught by that outlaw. And when you're not careful, you might actually just lose a foot or two, but Garnets was able to just kind of dodge the 2 initial shots, and he's not going to waste any time.
Yeah, both bullets just whizzing by on the sides. But Twilight, the reposition to go do it yet again. Believing in second chances perhaps here. Barrelstein, immediate trade thanks to the outlaw. But then again, it's mid-long here, overrun by Niz. Fortunate affair here for XGod. They make the play towards A.
And that's going to be a big one for them. Oh, Niz.
Spike
Bit of
planted.
damage. XGod will open up A site. Niz is waiting at the bottom of things. Wonder if she's going to get like shot through that. Is the door closed?
Drone.
Is that why Endo is not really holding that position? Good amount of information gathered with that recon drone. Twilight hits the shot through the wall though, and this is problematic right now for XGod.
Yeah, we do have one on site here. Endo is also sliding just out in the open. XGod falling apart on the post plant here, but Foxy playing the timer well. Has to stick this one. Twilight playing protectors, so well done by Fantasy United. And some concerning positions for XGod. I think they were very wary of that lack of mid presence they've had throughout the round, and that paranoia just hurting them in the end.
Yeah, I agree. That was very interesting to see at least. So with that being said, Fantasy United didn't really expect this, but you know what? Whenever they can make this happen, it is a delight to see, because it looks like they're just so unstoppable at this point, and XGod is having an incredibly hard time just bypassing these aggressive takes of Fantasy. And we were talking about this in the pregame, where this comp just looks like it's just built for fighting. It seems like it just works so well for them. Twilight with the 2 no-scope shots. Beautiful stuff for him. And then the fight still ensues. Niz able to hit 2 kills, but it's not going to be enough as the rest of Fantasy is here to just intercept. We will have Foxy sneaking his way through the B site here, but it will, once he starts planting this, it will alert the rest of Fantasy that he is here.
Yeah. Planted.
Spike planted.
Big task ahead of Foxy. Your IGL, your veteran really off this roster. But XGod, concerns on the Stacky side. The one time we've seen them play this map here in VCTC. Struggles continuing so far as Fantasy United are just there to greet them at any given moment. Now Foxy looking to line up the shot. Twilight though, fast on the trigger. And a 4K for Twilight. He has been the master of mid throughout this game here, Asteroid. He has 10 kills and no deaths. There's no stopping this man right now.
He also has his dimensional rift, you know, just to kind of add a cherry on top of that one. But you're absolutely right.
need a drop.
He is just uncontested at this point. What is there to really put Twilight to his paces. He is just kind of bullying the entire opposition, and no answers just yet from XGod.
Well, they do have the guns now, but so far so good for Fancy United. The retake game has been one of their biggest strengths throughout the night here. And for what we've seen, they just have the utility, they have the players who are still in key positions to take those angles. XGod, though, this time could go for a hard hit towards that A site, and it's just Teho waiting there.
Oh, yeah, see?
It's a bit...
If anything goes sour, he can always just TP away.
Yeah, but that's to distract him. It keeps Twilight in mid. And now the rest of XGod look to go for the flood towards A. I'm watching out for Bukute, especially towards door. Pika comes. Sheer still in position. Yeah, there's just so much defensive utility here for Fancy United. And XGod, they thought they could get away with it, but now they have to sync up.
Yeah. Now we kind of have to ask, was that a missed opportunity there for XGod? Should he have just immediately pushed through or what?
It's still a sheer. That's the problem. The wall is so annoying.
Yeah. That's a good point.
And they got scared off by Bukute there. Couldn't trigger it, I believe, with Endois. You can see why they're pivoting to play it to mid and straight into the hands of Twilight. A pick onto Garnet. And that is just the first sign of success for Fancy United. Even more so in the smoke, the spray. How do you even end those guns? 5v3. Niz trying to play the hero here. It's still so clean for FCY. They brought in the brooms and they've swept them away so far. 5-0.
There has to be a call for...
I need a drop.
I don't know, maybe a call for a timeout right now for XGod. They've lost 5 rounds in a row. There it is. Okay. 5 rounds in a row, man. What? I mean... Okay, you were talking about... Let's break this down a little bit. You were talking about how they got... Yeah. Anyways, Twilight, his attention was somewhat occupied on mid. They had the opportunity to force themselves on the A site, but because of how well the sheer, the hot hands was kind of placed, it delayed them. They retried again, but because they haven't dealt with the shear, haven't baited it out, it just couldn't really work, and they were afraid of getting flashed if they pushed through the shear as a team. Where do you kind of stand now as XGod when there's just so many annoying things, right? Okay, if I'm gonna ask, what risky play or which position with the most risk are you just gonna willing to take the fight on?
Yeah, you're just so afraid to be desynchronized from the Neon playing the entry. It's been the big concern for XGod. And you were talking about the a while ago, Asarai. This comp is built to fight. This one just wants to get intel and say, Endo, Garnets, go kill. But they just don't get the opportunity because they're always desynchronized with one another thanks to the utility FCY have. No real answers for XGod so far. I don't blame them trying to go for B instead into the Vice.
Take flight.
There's so many players within that mid to B area, right? Twilight's still around with the operator, and you can see how oppressive this has been so far.
Yeah. Now with all of that, you know, being kind of thrown in front of us, the hell do you kind of go from here? Right. Garnet's kind of mixed up a little bit.
That gate crash is hurt. But Bukute was leaping, he was jumping. And XGod, the punish is a possibility now. The blind comes in. So here we go with the stall again. But Twilight has to get out and dodge. Fisher in the other hand with that rifle, keeping things steady. And that covering fire is so instrumental. Fisher, yet another one. Reliable Sentinel, keeping everything steady.
I like the play though. It is giving him opportunity. Garnets has to dig deep. He's the spear tip for XGod, and he has to create that opening, able to get just that tiny crack on mid.
Oh.
Can he create that gaping hole? He will be the one to follow up though, and this is a breath of fresh air for XGod. They gotta keep it rolling.
Yeah, it's a lifeline here with the Vice gone. It's intel provided. Yes, I can within the boathouse though. And your IGL is becoming the captain of the ship. Eventually though, he's sunk by Garnets. It's 2v1 in mid-long. A long path to try and play the retake. What else does he have? The drone to stun. Tries to find the angle here. Still a solid hold. Both of XGod playing within that boathouse now. Relative cover. Min Long through the lane, creeping forward. But the reaction of XGod is what we're looking on. Minlong
munition.
has to drop, goes for the stun, immediately looking for the swing versus Foxy. Garnet's there, ready to make a potential trade happen. This 2v1 is so synchronized, and Garnet's making sure X-God will get a score here.
I don't think Milong even knew that, you know, Foxy was just right there to refrag Garnets. He was looking elsewhere on the map, so his information was definitely inaccurate, at least in that 1 versus 2. And that definitely cost him some precious seconds to maybe force a fight on Garnets and then get that actual fight against Foxy. So, that being said, though, yeah, X-God putting themselves into the points. Yeah, pretty big.
Yeah, in contention at least. But there's still more work to be done. The operator, after those 5 rounds, you know the war chest for Fantasy United is so heavy. And Garnets, he's ready to do it all again. In deep with dimensional grip. Pressure on the Fisho here. And Endois is looking to will himself onto the site, but to no avail. The Razor Vines will stop him dead to rights. Fisho, the Florist. Now we have the Executioner that is Twilight. And Fantasy United doing what they can with their rolls. Low HP though. Garnet still with a fight back here. 2v2. To run it back. A second life, a second chance. But Bakute is unrelenting on the push himself. Now, the Phoenix rising from the ashes, sure. But Garnet has been the jewel here of the X-God offense. The only chance. Effectively sandwiched here, Asarai. And more so with Minlong creeping closer and closer. The Teho with the sight, with the spot, and with the shots! Fantasy United handle that one and get to 6.
Ooh, X-God are in serious trouble here. Gonna give that operator back into the hands of Twilight as well. That quick little replay. Endo just couldn't really push through that Razor Vine. Truly, he painted the behind for him. And then just again putting Garnets in a position where he just has no clue as to where his opponents are and has to play that slower route is just not viable for X-God and Garnets as a player.
Go, go, go!
They really tried to force it, right? Endo sliding in, Garnet's dimensional drift. Just so suffocating here from Fantasy United yet again.
Fight!
The fast lane now. Still Endo struggling to make any headway about it. Overdrive finally. Over onto corner. Bakute eventually zapped down there. The suppress comes in thanks to the drone. It's a little too late to save the Phoenix. A pick here. Much needed by X-God. They're also creeping towards B, so it's not the fullest commitment here, Asarai. The From the Shadows is available. And X-God might pull this bait and switch off.
Oh. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Didn't he close it? Or no, he opened it. Okay.
Yeah, and
What a trap. Oh, that was a trap. That was such a good trap from Endo there.
Oh, you want another one? Here you go. Abra, Kadabra, teleportation.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
fake. I thought that was where he was actually at.
Spike planted.
That's such a smart call because Foxy knew he was gonna get pinched. Now he has to deal with mid, and he might get the lurk here.
The timing is going to be very crucial. And yes, I can. It's just scrubbing every single position. Now they spot. Yeah, I mean, you can't blame him. He wanted to get as much rotation as possible.
Very clean.
Knives out
Very,
is what you want.
yeah, very meticulous, but yes, I can. Now then, Steel Garden into play. Pistols out and about. Fisho. Oh, that's Tripwire. Fluky. Stunned up, flashed up rather. And FCY doing it all again. Niz all alone. He was the one. He was the courier here. Could he deliver the win? That's the real question. Timing is of the essence. The swing too late for the diffuser. And yes, I can with a quad even. It's 7-1 for Fantasy United.
I mean, when two smokes block both entrances, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Truly the bad boys are here. But this was such a sick play though from Endo. I mean,
Yeah, but look,
baddest.
Remaining.
that's
I push the door when it says pull, and I pull it when it says push.
I just opened the fire exit.
Ah. Even when there's no emergency. Very bad.
Yeah, well, this is an emergency situation for X-God already. This
Shortcut!
is a tough half. They're gonna go for the comeback. It has to start now, and Endo is here. Great clear, but it's still into the loving embrace of Bakute anyway. When that space is free, you know Fantasy United is up to something, and they get a pick as they go for the retake.
Spike planted.
Oh, just spamming through. Hoping to maybe get a shot of the darkness there. Not going to be able to get one, though. But still, we persevere. We still try to go through this. That's how it works. Garnet's hitting a couple of kills here and there. Pretty good. Holding that door angle for the moment. Fishio does get the frag out. And it seems like Fancy might actually be on the back burner for this time, but then you just see how many kills yes I can get. And then you just believe elsewhere. Foxy falls! As I thought he was going to get the shot off to Fishio, but Milong was the one that got him. That's going to put Fancy another round in the advantage. 8-1.
Brother went Rambo there. Just jumped on the first guy with a shorty and immediately guns down the second to swing on out. It was concerning for Fancy United. I agree with you. But in the end, the numbers that they had, they were just confident enough. They knew that XGod would throw a lot of utility towards that A. That's why they played off-site. But them getting Endo, you can feel it for FCY. They are just riding off this wave.
Oh yeah, they absolutely are. It's 13 kills in 9 rounds for Twilight.
Time to jump.
And another, if he gets another kill here, he'll have another dimensional drift in motion. I think he had an operator there. It was only just a wow.
No way.
But you know what? He converts it into kills. He was chased down, but he still gets the second kill and gets away with it with 6 health remaining.
Yeah, look, when your girl asks you for some flowers, that's the one flower she wants to see. That Arc Rose just giving Fishio a chance of life. But Endo is just barreling straight down at him. And FCY now in control yet again. These 2 picks looking for a third, and there you have it. Bakute gets his aim back. Garnets, though, has been the saving grace here for XGod. As Minlong has to still deal with Foxy here. Rolling the dice now. Trying to stay safe. The Blaze Wall even, just to keep everything steady. So Phoenix utility. He's well defensively here for Fancy United. Got Garnet's also creeping on up. A only real possibility. Garnet needs to get this kill in fast. The curveball, the anti-flash! Garnet's still alive and kicking, but that is the spike. Out of reach, 30 seconds. 2 angles, 2 targets ahead of him. Garnet gets 1. He's good for 3, 25 seconds. And yes, I can. He's healthy, but he's waiting for Fisher not to come his way. He's gonna make it in time, though. The spike planted, the reposition. In the smoke, yes, I can. Might not see this coming. Garnet is coming in from the garden here. And this could be a big wrap around XGod now.
1 enemy remaining.
Garnet's again. Disciplined on the trigger. He's got it 4. And if he wants to win it for his team, it needs to be the ace. Garnet's here. Shining, shimmering, and absolutely splendid. The ace given. And XGod will get a second round.
What was that, Garnet? I honestly thought that a kill on Fishio while giving away his location could have actually been his downfall, but no. He just played that beautifully in that last kill.
2 seconds left.
Look at the isolation here for him. Able to get a couple of kills, repositions, wraps around, gets the heaven kill onto Fishio, and somehow traces spray controls all the way back to sender, all the way back to yes, I can. XGod is being kept afloat by Garnets.
Yeah, but then again, we're back into the action and back to reality. FCY want revenge, and they want the fight right here, right now.
Spike down, B.
Silence, sure. Everyone's blinded. Garnets, though, realizes there's too many targets in front of him, and the heavy lifting from the previous round.
Last
now,
round in the half.
It's just one that goes the wayside. 9-2 for Fancy United.
Yeah, all negated in just the blink of an eye there, too. I honestly thought for a second it might have been Fancy's undoing, but ultimately, once Bakute was already with the rest of his team getting kills left and right, the winds of change definitely felt on that fight, though. So that being said, XGod, weaker bias, SMGs across the board. Garnets is the only one with a rifle here. He will have his ultimate, though, and he will get all that information on B side.
Yeah, and Fishio here kept contained by the Yoru, the Cam, and the Huntless Fury. They want to get rid of Vice and Pass. And then they throw everything they can against Fishio. Minlong, though, catching Fluky in the act. Twilight still swings, and he'll be punished by Garnets accordingly. A reposition now. XGod, best round they've looked so far, but immediately Minlong will look to smudge that back at 3v3 as we go for the retake.
Careful
Now,
now.
they slowly encroach into the site here, clearing as much as they can. One still holding on to B main, which is going to be Garnet. It's a very key position here while BQ does have his ultimate. Now they know that he's just going to be holding the position there for the longest time. And BQ is pressing right in. There's going to be the Armageddon at the back of the site just to help to clear things up. The fight. The site's smoke though.
One
Garnet's
enemy
holding the
remaining.
position. It's only one player remaining, and it's going to be Bakute. He drops onto the site. There's not really enough time here, and they can press onto him, and that will work out in the end. 9-3, and X-God finally pick up a couple of rounds in the first half.
Switching
Yeah,
sides.
Garn's has been hitting the gym here, man. Just doing all the heavy lifting and more. It was
What was called a not a reconnaissance, a
renaissance?
Renaissance.
Yeah.
With Twilight. Thank you, not reconnaissance. Yes. They
No,
were
it's
out
a-
there incognito getting information on
this is
X-God.
why you're Asarai Al Gaib, not Asarai Da Vinci, man. You don't know your eras. But you're absolutely right. It's been a masterpiece by FCY thanks to the main artist that's been Twilight. And now Fancy on the attacking side. Can they continue the success they've had from the defense? This pizza angle though, the high-low, the blind comes in. Twilight goods with one. Yes, I can also. Pitching the helping hand.
no.
And great coverage by Fancy United. We've seen how important mid has been for them. And here we go again. Keep walking into that one. Why don't you, X-God? This FCY love this mid area, and they are using that to their advantage.
Feels like Twilight is not just the spear tip. He's the one that carries you on his back, and he just says straight to your face, "Hold on, Spider Monkey."
Spike planted.
And Garnets is the only one here trying to be a little bit loca, playing that 1 versus 4 if he can. But
Hello? Loca? You want some coca after that one?
I not
A splash
the
of
reference.
mocha? No, I know. Okay. Yeah, you bring it out. You want me to start? Let's talk some Latin, you know? Let's talk some French.
What happened, Garnets?
Why are you crying?
Why are you crying again?
Twilight, right? Twilight will speak to me.
Well, fate to me. Fancy's gonna fate to you as well.
Yeah.
Not sure if we have any Filipino viewers out there, but shout outs to you guys, and shout outs to all the kings and
Enemy
queens.
remaining.
If you're here, I'm happy.
Yeah, we're
That's
all
all.
happy.
Thank you. Thank you very much
Yeah,
for your support. Asarai needs this.
yeah, more than you can ever imagine.
Yes. And if you need a house, you know who to call.
A condo.
A con. Okay, fancy. Whatever you say. But
Gotta
back to
add
fancy.
the finesse on the pronunciation. Condo.
Okay, condominium.
Yeah. Or condiments, you know, if you like your mustard and,
ketchup.
mayonnaise.
And,
You, as a fries man, do you dip yours in ketchup, mustard, or mayonnaise?
Neither. None of the above. Just eat them as they are, or put them in powder. Ketchup. Ketchup's good.
Mayonnaise
If
for
it's like a really good ketchup.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, like some custom ketchup. It's been like.
Dang, custom
Yeah.
ketchup, artisanal tomato
Yeah.
sauce.
I'm not even kidding. It's like you mix some hot sauce and other stuff with it, whatever.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I love anti-ecos. We can talk about anything. But
Exactly.
I'm a little concerned actually because Endo and Niz do have a spot they can overrun Bakute with. But they're gonna walk. Oh no!
No,
The
there's too many
Valorant
people there. I
timing.
thought like, you know, Twilight was in a world of hurt, but he had like
Yeah.
2 other people that was just gonna
He got
refight for him,
buddies.
so it just
Yeah.
works.
That was kind of best case scenario for for X-God there.
30 seconds left.
Like at least Twilight.
But they just couldn't hold the site anymore, and that's just about it. It's a trade for a trade. All right.
Drop the
Plant the spike.
Well,
Okay, just
that
gonna
is-
give the ult charge to someone else.
They're taking their sweet time for good reason. They took. I think they're. Did you hear that? Like the orb being taken,
Oh yeah,
and then the tail gets the ult.
that's
They
fair.
know this round is theirs. It's just build on ult economy now at this point.
And they're gonna keep doing that. There's still also that razor vine, right? That smoke also doesn't allow X-God, or rather Fluky, to just break that immediately. And now it's just gonna be delay tactic after delay tactic. Garnets
Exit
is on the exit, but
has a
he's not
stinger.
gonna be able to win this round.
Last
Stinger, this
player
could be damage.
standing.
Never mind. I try to be hopeful. Okay. Sometimes you look for the positives in life, and you see that the glass is half empty instead.
Wow, that is very deep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just like the deepness of that half-empty glass.
How big is the glass if it's a deep half-empty one?
I don't know. You didn't specify the volume that it's on, right? So it could be like half
Last player
like a
standing.
glass the size of a pool. You know, just saying. There are glass pools as well.
Yeah. But you know what they say?
Yes.
Acta non verba. Deeds,
What?
not words.
Ah.
Talk about the game instead.
Is that Latin for let's talk about the game?
No, it's Latin for deeds, not words.
Oh, dang. This is why you're so smart, Dax.
Yeah. And,
Alright,
okay,
3
but
to
this is the
11,
real
man.
deal. This is the real deal. If XL doesn't win this one, it might be all over. And
Yeah.
this is what they need: confidence, the push, and as well the contest on mid. It's looking massive. 2 for 1. Yes, I can. Though overall to the corner here, Asarai, and he's bringing the fight back into this one. Garnet though trying to contest the angle. Has to back away first and foremost before the game crash is gone. And with it, FCY able to reset with the trades.
3 players are fancy, kind of just in a triangle formation on mid. Trying to see if anyone else from XGod is going to go for the fight here, but it seems like XGod have backed away. Burns a little bit of time here, but Fancy have plenty to spare. Going to start moving around and regrouping. Well, this push from Garnett's risky, though. He does get a lot of information, knowing now that it's possibly a wraparound on A or a straight push into mid, but there is that mid camera or that A site camera from Fluky that will confirm that just in case. So it is looking to be an
30
A site
seconds left.
take here. There will be that check into the tripwire, and now they're just going to go straight up for it. I
Oh.
love the wall here, but it still does get the catch. Yes, I can. Will be able to get that trade, but it's still
One
too
enemy
risky. Fluky
remains.
unspotted, and he will be able to clear another one out on Milong, and that is relevant, or rather, keeps longer the life of XGod in this best of 1.
Yeah, we said it was must win, and they do it undetected there from Fluky, staying within hell for a good amount of time.
This is a nice
And
one.
there were a lot of good signs there for XGod. They contest mid, knowing that FCY love to play for it. They back out in time. They don't put Garnets in a really bad spot when he runs out of the TP. And from that point on, they did assess that FCY didn't really have anyone to watch the rear, so a flank was possible. The double stack there on the sites. It's a good sign for the defense.
On target.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's even better.
Yeah, that's what we were kind of looking for there for Foxy. Any and everything you can pick up, right? Garnett gets a bit more information on mid. Fridge is compromised, but still, without Twilight, it's not going to be the easiest of pushes here. They still have Bakute though, but he's a little bit too far from the rest of the team. While they're working on mid, he's still somewhere outside of A main. They're going to have to wait like 5 more seconds before he can really sync up with the rest of them and start working their way here through Pizza, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah, Endo is there. Bring the pressure again. And Endo actually waking up a lot more on this defense, but who's sleeping now? It's Garnet. Spacute just clocks him there. Does he expect a second player? Absolutely not. Great push there from XGod to keep the pressure going. And this is exactly what they need to get the numbers in their advantage. Now FCY crippled to a crawl with Yes I Can and Min Long left behind. The spot out again. Niz still around A main. And if FCY
30
decides to go
seconds
for this
left.
A side, it's gonna be so tough. Paranoia though, burnt already. Smoke out as well.
Here.
And in this case, Fluky and Endo is all they need to do is play containment. Keep them in the corner. Running out of time. FCY angling for a save here, Asarai. But who can get the kills? Endo is going hunting. Got him the kill. Needs one more. The slide through. Min Long hunted down with 29 HP. XGod again. XGod. XGod, you gotta be careful. Could have gone awry. But there you have it, the 5th round.
That was very close. Honestly,
That was so
you're
close.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I
For
mean,
a split second there, I thought Fancy was just about to win and push themselves into map point already.
On target.
But look at the kills just happening, especially on that A short. Able to just get the multi and then somehow save their
Last
biscuit
player
from being
standing. 10 seconds
put
left.
into the wall there, especially with Endo's heroics.
Enemy remaining.
Milong though,
Does it?
yeah, just close. Anyways, broken the economy, reset for Fancy, and there's now breathing space for XGod.
yeah, this has been a great adjustment from XGod. Just catching FCY, setting things up towards mid. And keeping the angles as a variable. We saw the push out there from Gelato. Now we see the top mid catwalk push out here from Garnets.
Portal
Bit by bit. FCY actually running out of space to work with on this attacking side here.
Yeah, they are getting a lot more contained here.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? A could be a really good read right now for Fancy because there's only really one holding that position. And if they keep maybe some key smokes, this could be something for Fancy, but I don't think they're reading that the situation in that manner, though. They're looking to go the other direction, but maybe it's not too bad as well because they can get out the orb and Twilight can have his dimensional drift.
With what follow-up? That's the real question. Yeah, they're
that's
gonna have
true.
4 ultimates after this round.
Yeah.
Could just go basically for an eco
Oh.
round.
30 seconds
in
left.
that case.
Yes, I Can's Paranoia can hit anything on the B side, though. So
Yeah.
a dimensional drift right now might actually give them something if they have it.
Not gonna bother. They don't have it. Not gonna really bother invest this round. Now they go for the B side, then they can make it their way towards the spike. If they get Fluky, that could be a gun here. But X-God holding steady. And Fluky
One
on this
enemy
defense
remaining.
has been such a reliable anchor. Now Twilight all alone. X-God here getting to 6.
Okay. Got it.
I can't see them
I
yet.
honestly thought they were going to go for some miraculous play there, but you're right. Just save it for this one. You have 4 big ultimates coming into a gun
goes
round.
there.
It's the more logical option. For sure, for sure.
I know you act with your heart, Asarai.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
So do you
Tis with
think
the tis.
do you think comebacks are possible? Or in this case, do you think the X-God comeback is possible?
Honestly, 5 more rounds, it feels very doable for them. It's a very slow crawl though. Like every single round feels like, well, it has to be hard fought for X-God, but it's working. Let's see how that kind of translates though.
This is what you were asking for though. Dimensional drift onto the side. Arrows on one hand. Perhaps the rifle's ready now for Twilight here in position. But so much damage from the utility. Yes, I can. Good for the double though. And Fancy United throwing all they can. What a tap from Garnets. He's not done on the side. Another crispy shot from Garnets. But in a 2v1, he has to do it all again. This has been a map to remember for Garnets. He's looking for here, and Garnet's another ace! Unbeatable! Drought Ascent, 7-11 now!
No way he keeps doing this. Not like this, Garnet. Oh my god, that was the one of the rounds where I thought Fancy was going to be able to just win it. Okay, he's able to isolate fights. And then Fancy decides to, let's double up, let's play that 2 versus 1 and just win it. And then Garnet hits, reads, then hits the nastiest shots. I thought that last ace of his was already stellar. This one's
better.
spectacular. This was much better. What?
This was better. The last kill of that other ace was a relatively stray shot. This one was precision
Finesse.
throughout. It was like tap on the site, tap towards lane, and then a few more taps along the way. Garnets,
Yeah.
you are truly a jewel of the Thai scene.
It's not the friends that we made along the way. It's the taps that we made along the way.
Dude, he's the real treasure, okay? Don't say friendship's a treasure here, because right now, X-God, they're gonna need a little bit more of that. Garnet's still in position here towards Rafters. Fancy United doing a great push towards A on the execute to get the space going. Now Vicious given the spike. This is a steal Garnet, unless Garnet decides to interrupt it. No, he's getting intel instead. Dimensional drift. Garnet's backing away. Is he afflicted? That's the real question. Oh no, he still has the rifle since he was in the other dimension. 3-3. Really, the Yoru again. The spotlight on him to try and make a retake happen. Hero theft into play. Beautiful catch by Foxy and Garnets, of course. Keeping the axe swung. 3 for the Yoru and X-God onto 8.
I can't believe X-God are doing it. From such a huge lead from Fancy, they have completely put them on a halt, and Fancy haven't hit a single round for the longest. Now, what is this? 5 straight rounds, Zach. We were like 11-3. Oh my god. X-God are
One enemy.
doing it, man.
Last player standing.
Look at
You
that
gotta
isolation
add-
though too.
You,
Yeah.
you gotta add the caveat that these last 2 rounds were contested well by Fancy. There were possibilities for them to take the rounds by getting all that space on the site and more. But Garnets has just been a completely different beast. 8 kills throughout the last 2 rounds, 23 throughout the map here and then some. And now bringing out the operator, Fancy United need to find an answer for the Yoru and fast.
Time is running out. It just feels like there's less and less for them to maneuver around with this. The answer right now, or the added benefit, but bonus for XGod, is to put Garnets on that operator and keep challenging things. This is I believe, the last time out as well for Fancy during regulation. And you can feel like a bit of a tired face there from some of their players. These best of ones, man, it really does put
Oop, was that fast forward?
Yeah, it just shows how stressed they are, and they are
that they decide to hit the 2 times button.
yeah,
Time lapse, you know.
you know, just to kind of get this day over, if ever.
I mean, they were in position to wrap this one up neatly, but XGod making them work for it. Yeah, here we go. It's looking fun. It's looking contentious, and all in all, if you notice, Atsurai, these best of ones quite down to the wire. But now Garnets, we were talking about the operator coming into the round. Now he makes his mark with it. A single pick. And FCY are wary. The spam also making it tough for Fisher. The rest across towards mid. Trip are broken. This setup though from XGod looking strong. One in market. One to swing from spawn. And FCY has to respect that. And oh, the shot! Fisho with the punish.
Yeah, that was gonna cost them. That whip shot. You still have to respect that Fancy is a team that will not miss an opportunity like that. And this is the perfect time for Fancy. They are now in a 4 versus 4 mate. That a 4v3 as they get very crucial key players on the other side. Bakute finds Niz going in for the lurk. He does get another shot off to that. And now it's Endo and Fluky to remain. B-main is exposed. Do they still remember where Endo is? I think they know
left.
or was able to spot him all the way through A short, and they're willing to go the other direction. They've now gone Dax for a 3-man push here, and they'll keep on rolling with this one.
Yeah, absolutely. They were so aware of where Endo's at, but Endo can just push the issue. And Minlong, the crouch down to avoid the lightning
10 seconds
fingers. FCY, they're showing us the definition of the punish now. Bit by bit, XGod just walking into their crosshairs. And with Fluky all alone, it's just fallen apart for XGod here. Spike planted, Fancy, United, truly. And this trio here will scare off the Cypher. Gonna be a save for Fluky as FCY will finally make it to map point.
Yeah, and they have to save for Fluky, though, right? Because, yeah, it's not just the operator as well, because if he lost, they wouldn't have enough money, I think, to buy for everyone. I think it's just going to be Foxy, the 3 of them. The 3 of them that will be able. Niz and Garnet's Nada probably going to be on SMGs, if not half shield weapon, no utility, some kind of loadout like that. But in any case, this is the safer option, even though it does put Fancy into match point.
Yeah. At least it's saving the operator. That's one saving grace here for XGod now. But they are on the ropes here. They did fight back. They did punch back versus Fancy United. But as of now, they're going to need to be very careful when they push out. That was when Fancy United punished them. And it seems like FCY are so aware that they can reel back these rounds if XGod do just come into the crosshairs. Watch out for this one though. Early play from Garnets with the op.
Yeah. There's one waiting on the other side of this. Garnets making a play. There it is. Acute gone. TP's on the other side of the map though, so if they keep pressing on to B here, Fancy might get themselves into a spot, even though it is just lesser numbers for them.
Well, FCY is putting the right pressure early on. The double cyber cage gonna get popped there, and all in all, Fancy United only just outmaneuver XGod yet again, but XGod this time a lot more anchored on their spawns, on their spots rather. Look at Garnets right now playing into Y. Now has the gate crash away again. as the teleport has run out the duration. But in the rafters as well, as the lurk spotted here by Foxy. XGod are still in a good position to hold down these sites.
Them kind of going back and forth like this, not really the best for them. You're absolutely right. It's a stronghold to say at the least.
30
Twilight's
seconds
gonna
left.
have a hell of a time fighting against Garnets right now.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Garnet's single picks
That's a good
with the
flash.
operator. The flash, as you mentioned, utter perfection. It gives FCY some space to work with, but time is not on their side. They need to make space and fast. Fish Odo, the lurk now getting value. Twilight also finding Garnets. This could be it. Fancy United looking to execute. But Endowis still has something to say. 3v3. FCY have equalized. Smoke towards the door as well. And it's just XGod looking to use any angle here. But solo angles could be dangerous. Minlong waiting alongside Yes I Can into the smoke, but that's two waiting for you, good sir. And XGod now running out of chances. Foxy still in the fight. Endo now making his presence known.
Player
Operator
standing.
discarded. Fancy United
Attackers
coordinated.
win.
FCY, they will take this one 13-8, and they are the first team here to make it to a 2-0 standing.
And that is
I think that they have that more support structure for Akame, and usually their set plays are based on that. But from seen from FCY, it's that coordination between the Neon and Yoru together, between Bukute and Twilight, that has succeeded for a lot of the day. Set plays from NIC, some dynamics from FCY. It's time to find out who'll take the dub here, as we see Fancy United, our Vietnamese squad, on the attacking side.
Yeah, let's get it started, guys. Last match. If NIC can make this happen, going back to that discussion, man, they can put us into a three-way where they might still be able to overtake some of these teams. What is it? Like, only the top two from Group A will be able to get into relegation, and then if not,
Yeah.
then GG go next on last qualifiers.
Yeah, no, it's like, if you're top one, you go to group stage, top two, you go to LCQ.
Oh, right.
So if you're third, you're not really in anything next year. But here we go. It's the last hurrah, perhaps. The Paranoias do get traded. Twilight already in position, and FCY have marched their way on this C side. They have the numbers advantage now. Fevim is waiting within the smoke here for a salvo of nobody in Koldan. Was already fended off. This time, it's a second wave, but the breach has fallen. Spike, though, hasn't been planted yet, and we've seen this from Fancy. They assess the situation, and they don't commit until it's safe.
They're backing away, and there's a lot of information already gathered here by Fishio. I'm not sure if he's going to get a zombie here, which he'll be able to do. Now, Rigsy, only person left standing. No teleport for him, so this tripwire is going to definitely trip him up. You can see that Yes I Can is already watching that
planted.
position. He's going to trigger that one in, and everybody knows where he's going to be coming from.
Now, all of Fancy United know you are here. And there's no mountain to shoot a rocket to, man. It is not looking good for Rigsy. But then again, we've seen some clutch plays from NIC before. Smoke setup. Yes, I can. Looking to play Rigsy's game. We're just stacking smokes at this point. And, well, yes, I can. He's on the inside, and he's on the board here to give Fancy this pistol.
It's a great start for Fancy here. Able to get that swift contact on C and somehow manage to work their way through the other side of the map as well. This was great cascading of abilities as well here, though. And then once they realized that Fishio already opened up the other side of the map, just go for that rotation. There's no harm. You have all the time you need. No need to rush, and yeah, just make it work.
Yeah, it's priority before the plant. We've seen from NIC on that Lotus map, priority to get kills. Here for Fancy United, priority to feel safe on position. And Fisher will feel very safe to play an angle like Lobby with that Marshall. Calling attention now on the lurk. The rest of the team going towards C. The fake out into the peek out. Cute is safe to play the high here anyway. Things so clear cut here for Fancy United so far. And now they get the plant. The spray comes in and they're looking solid on the side. Blind side. Azami. Nice shot from the
One
Sova.
enemy
But
remaining.
beyond that, it's still FCY going for first here.
Fevim should have been spotted with a Bucky already in his hand, so yeah. You can see Bukute was acting accordingly to that risk.
back. Or at least
So
they
swift
should.
little 2-0 for Fancy here. And I see Koldan now going to be able to set themselves up with the rifles.
They also call the defense code.
My bad. Yeah, I heard it
Where's
too. I'm
Golden
like,
at?
this is the last time I'm gonna say that. My bad.
Whatever the case happens to NIC, big shout outs to them.
Yeah,
for
some
supporting
reason
one of our
I keep
co-talents.
thinking about it being nice in Koldan and not nobody in Koldan.
No! Can't say that, that's right. Not on broadcast, but he's a nice lad.
Exactly.
There.
Yeah, I would get rid of the in along the way there, but hey. It's a bone. Yeah, you get it now?
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
Yeah. So
Nobody in
bonus time here
Koldan.
for Fancy. Nobody in Koldan. Fancy United on the bonus. Fault line comes on in. That's it. No one really peeking, and that's what FCY is respecting. That breach utility that they don't have, and NIC do.
Also, we'll check here for mid by 12 though. Still nothing, at least for now. I do like the control that we're seeing here for Fancy and Fancy United. Akame using that speed just back away. It's the information that Yes I Can was somewhere on sewer. And it seems like it's enough to deter the rest of the attackers, but 12 pushed a little bit too far onto mid. Ooh. And dawdling a little bit will get punished and caught, and that's a straight shot answer from Fancy. Just go straight to C. We don't have to worry about the cipher anymore.
Look, his name is Yes I Can, and now his statement is no you can. No way to catch the push there. With it, Fancy United back to the winning ways towards the C side. Here comes the push out from Akami, but it's read like a book by Twilight. Fancy United prepared again. Still a chance from Azami and the rest. FCY so prepared on the side for Cute with a bulldog. The bite is unreal. And Yes I Can, a triple kill for the third round here.
That was a big mistake from nobody in Koldan, especially with 12. You know, he was gathering information, but I think because he was alone for the most part of that, if not the entire thing, he just, I think, put him in a spot where he was stressing a little bit too much in that info gather, and he just got free picked by, I think it was Yes I Can, right? That got the kill. Anyways, 3-0. Fancy United. Good start against the NIC here.
Yeah, and Fancy United really showing their form so far here in promo relegation. Truthfully, the most convincing promo relegation run they've had this year so far. But NIC still with the fight in them. Akame, Bucky. Oh no, that stun just bouncing off the clone. And where did it go? Towards the backside now. Riggsy ready to catch out Twilight. Pick up the upgrade. Man's playing a gun game. The smoke could be the decider. And Bakute sliding on in and styling on the fools. NIC getting crisscrossed there. Amazing ankle breakers by Bakute as his fleet footwork gives FCY a fort.
And that's going to be, again, just clean executions. I think is the name of the game here at the start for Fancy United. Just very good use or cascade of abilities to just get them into the site. And it seems like, I don't know if it's just because it's, you know, the last game of the night. It's been a bit too long. It feels like there's so much pressure right now for nobody in Koldan to perform as a unit, but they're not as cohesive as we've kind of seen, you know, at the start of the stream. It's not as, I think it's just how Fancy plays. It just is denying him so much because it looks so smooth how they just keep going to the C site. There's nothing really that NSC can do except for that retake, but it hasn't really paid any dividends whatsoever.
Oh, well, there you go. I guess that's one. Spray into the smoke, catching out Twilight. It's Fancy United. They go back to the plant, but it's an unfamiliar scenario. They're the ones down in man here. Hunter's Fury from Minlong. Hunter's Fury, who gets attacked first. Cute though, trying to make it happen. FCY getting two, but NIC in response. More value out of the Sova ult. Paranoia on to drive them here. A flash in response. Fisho still wary of the front, waiting on the tripwire here. 12 though in position. And Fisho right now all alone. Can't go for the kills. Asami just outmaneuvering him by the logs. And NIC, they want to be somebody here, Asarai, and they will get on the board.
Yeah, building up a bit of bank as well with 3 players. Able to save up all their weapons. But you're absolutely right. That quick punish into Twilight. Big play. Big pickoff from NIC that really started things, because you could see I think urgency or the immediacy for Fancy to start getting more back control, but because they haven't planted the spike at that point, they still had to kind of juggle both of those things, and they just couldn't really do it against NIC that still had the upper hand and the numbers advantage.
Yeah, and we were talking about it a while ago for NIC. It has been a long time between... What happened there to Azami? What's with the skin? But I was saying, it's been a long time between this matchup and the one they had prior to this a few hours ago. Perhaps a cold awakening again. Now they're getting warmed on up. And Fancy United putting pressure towards lobby, but NIC won't budge and are responding towards short with an owl drone of their own. Oh, Akame. This is good. This is great. And no one expected that at all from Akame. Suddenly a sucker punch, but then Twilight will fight back. That spike retrieved though here by FCY, and they can rotate out of here. Oh, the relay bolt though punished accordingly, and now FCY is thinking about it. Do we just go back to A as that spike's moving away?
Yeah, maybe a bit too overzealous there from Fancy. Calling in, or sorry, the other side from NIC to go a little bit too hot and heavy on that peak. And because of that, Fishio able to use that neural theft to just expose the positioning. Still though, 12.
Wow.
Yeah. That Cypher Cage did not cover the entirety of C-Long, and there was a chance for Cute to get a refrag there.
And the cover is the game of the game here for FCY. We've been talking about Twilight throughout the day, but Cute has been one to watch out for in terms of sudden impact. Now, he's also statistically at the top of the scoreboard. I think 8 kills, always in position. It was the strength of FCY a while ago versus Blue Eyes with Bakute in all these spots. Remaining. And as Fisho and Twilight work on the 5 in there, Rigsy even hit by the trip, but we'll just back on now. It's 3v1. Do they go hunting? That's the real question. I think Bakute wants it. He's eager. Yeah. He's waiting for Fisho's help. Here comes the double swing in 3, 2, 1. By the slow walk, it's a trade instead, and FCY to 5.
Yeah, there was no real incentive to try to save against them, especially now that they have, you know, a formidable bank as well. They can just keep buying up until like 2 more rounds, even if they lose almost everybody on their team. This was kind of interesting though. Akame, that was more of a hard read. Is that how you... It was a risk read, I think, is the better description for it, where they kind of expected Fancy to be halfway through A long, and then when they spotted no one and he dashed right into nothing getting flashed, that was obviously the mistake.
Yeah. I feel you. We've seen from Akame willing to take those risks, but FCY, they are threat assessors. 12 though, dipping in. But as soon as that happens, there's always a response from FCY. It's been a problem. You say first kills go to one team, doesn't matter for FCY because they're gonna trade it anyway.
That's fair, that's fair. So quick to be able to make that happen too. Now the answer the response from FCY is to slow pace again and creep up into A here, and that camera perfectly timed. Now they know something's up. The paranoia hits like 3 people, and they can start running into that A side. Fishio!
Ooh, Fishio's left alone.
Pistol, though. Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, the blind does hit him though. And now, of course, Akame wants to go hunting. He's cornered like a rat, but Fishio will bite back. Fishio! Man, you know what they say? Teach a guy to fish, then he can feed himself for life. Teach a guy to be Fishio, you will be an incredible sentinel for life. That's a real quote. I didn't make that up.
All right. You know what? We've heard about
revealing area,
non-fiction and fiction, but have you heard about Fixio?
Fixio? Yeah. Well, he'll fix you.
The story of him.
Lights will guide you. Do you not know that quote? That whole the one in the Bible, I think? It's like
no, I know what it is. I just don't know the exact wording of it.
It's give a man a fish.
Teach a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, and then teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime, something like that.
Yeah, there's nothing much to be said. That one pick was all she wrote for nobody in cooldown, and FCY is just running away with this one. This could be huge though. Operator for Akame. He's positioned towards the lurk instead, and it might actually catch Fishio. 12. Scoped in. Warning shot, but not good enough to find the pick. He'll back away towards the backside.
Yeah, just be careful. having Rixie there right beside him is going to be a bit of a comfort, especially when he has that paranoia that can't set up on C long, counteract the ongoing offense of Fancy. And Fancy have this attacking side pretty much well read, honestly. Every single time, every single kind of movement.
Could be it.
Well,
This could be
no.
it. Aw,
Again.
spoiler alert. This show here is to ruin the days of NIC. And they also got the intel on the other side that the operator was around thanks to the Aldrone, so everything's safe for Fancy United. Taps come out from Bakute, trying to search in the smoke. Rigsy look to be a bit cheeky there, sure.
Here we go.
With the spike planted. Now the overdrive pressed by Bakute, but he's not actually pushing the issue. FCY still keeping the angle set. Akame, Barrowstein, the Yoru's real, and Akame also with the overdrive of his own. 4v4 for now. And back to the side, Rolling Thunder though, that's a great space creator here for nobody in Coldan. Paranoia too, Fibim actually catching out Fisho. Now then, the breach, good for a double. Fibim the IGL, leading on the kills as well. Opta picked up Azami on defuse shooty. And NIC will get away with this one. Nice tap from Min Launcher to answer back. But finally, the defense getting the job done there.
Great stuff. That Rolling Thunder really sealing the deal, forcing the rest of Fancy United. If you saw, no ultimates were available for them, especially I think the Hunter's Fury from Milong. That would have been a big help for Fancy, but unfortunately because they couldn't, they had to play in that tight corridor where nobody in Coldan had, I think, just the better positioning, the better timing, the better control of it, and they just had to kind of gunfight their way to counteract that defuse, which, as we saw, was just not really enough. And for the meantime, it is going to warrant a timeout here from Fancy, interestingly enough.
No, I'm not surprised because Bakute pressed the overdrive and didn't really do anything with it. Might have been miscommunication or a misclick. Either way, FCY, if they want to keep a lead like this, a gap like this, just need to go for a quick little reset because NIC, once you give them that momentum there, Asarai, they can be deadly. I think the only consolation our Vietnamese squad has right now after that round is they did get the tap on the breach, so the operator, I believe, isn't in the next round here.
They
lost the op.
do not have enough money to get it?
No,
That's true.
yeah, they lost the op because Fibim tried to get it back.
Yeah, also I guess you can also add that Fibim did use his Rolling Thunder, to get that last round in. Oh wait, hold on.
Use it.
Kill.
Oh,
I'm out.
Barracks, go away. We need to see Akame go kill again. But here we go from the shadows. And yes, I can. With the off angle to remember, this is now his domain. And heaven and earth looking to be seized on by FCY. Azami, though, into the corner. Twilight making the trade happen. On to hell, though. Fibim still playing
Spike
FCY's
down
game.
A.
Now Twilight, he wants to get Clint that back, but no! Says Fibim. He's gotten two here. Looking for a third, not gonna happen. Fisher, though, blinded, forced to go back to the smoke. And with the spike just outside of it, he needs to cross. Oh, 12, though, walking into that one.
My ultimate is ready.
Fisho will now know the lay of the land, exactly where the Omen's at. Second ping comes on in, and Fisho, it's a fickle push, but Fisho has done it here for FCY. The clutch unreal, and a third kill there to give FCY a 7th round.
No, we forgot to plant the spike for extra money. Cherry on top. You know what? It is what it is. But that was sick, though. All right, let's look at the replay real quick here. That could have been a nasty endeavor if YesICan didn't get that in the shadows play, but that was probably the set plan in motion already for FCY. And then Fisho, this was interesting though. I wonder where 12's head is at right now, because it feels like he's been having some lapses in terms of his coverage as a Sentinel. And we've seen that 2 times in a row now. One in C-side and one in that Ace 2 versus 1, excuse me.
Yeah, and NIC can't afford that. I think it was looking at the side breakage a while ago. And now we look at FCY getting the 2 for 1. Eco, though, for nobody in Coldan. Akame, a Bucky, and a Sheriff is here. But what is his Arsenal 2-0 rifle? Twilight, with that Phantom in hand. Now FCY just clearly in the lead. They're going to back away and look to plant safely somewhere else.
Yeah. Riggsy can't really chase through that now. I mean, he can go for the from the shadows, but it's going to get hurt, I think. The straight shot into B, though, makes... Yeah. should be able to. They're gonna clear it out. It's a 4 versus 2, and B side is a very good map for a very good site to actually make that happen, especially when there's just so many angles that you have to deal with when you're outnumbered. And boy, you are. Here we go. It's gonna be a 1 versus 4 with 12.
Oh no, 12.
I think. Oh no, I was expecting he got through, but nice shot though onto Fishio.
Yeah. So he got photographed by the paparazzi and gave him a fan sign in response. That's kinda it. All she wrote, FCY again. You said it. The B-take, overwhelming. They were keen and ready for that Windows flank anyway. And with 12 with 21 HP, an inverse to his name, but he's still alive and kicking. Maybe that's the magic number here, Asarai. He's hitting the blackjack and more. But FCY, it's 8 rounds here, and the odds are truly in their favor.
It really is. Feels like. It just feels like it's. And I see whatever setup play they do. It looks like it was good. It looks good for a second, and then you just realize how quickly you fancy get this clap back, the answer against immediately, and then it just goes down the toilet. The setup for NIC, really where they want to be at. And we're 2 rounds in before finishing this first half.
Yeah, that's the concern for NIC. The shots are good, but the setup itself has been lacking, has been overrun by Fancy United. Twilight now, Dimensional Drift sends out the first fake out. Gets a lot of intel with this clone though and more. Now he's still disrupting the C site. Triple stack though, pretty heavy here from Nobody in Koldan. Pressure on, and Twilight spotted. Great pick by Akame, but there's still more to come because Fisho, he's lurked on in, and he's found Azami behind enemy lines. There's a spy amongst us, and Fisho now eventually caught in the crossfire. 3 remaining here for FCY. They go to A, where 12 awaits.
They're slow creeping it though as well. It's making sure, right? Camera and the Cypher setup is going to be here on A. But interestingly enough, the tripwire is not really set to punish the entry into the site. It punishes the entry into the back of the site. So it should still be fine for the most part.
Spike planted.
Yeah, they're looking to catch Bakute again. Bakute is not done. Stun comes on in, and Bakute catches one, catches 2! It's a mindset he can shake off! But everything's left him in long now. 5 and 12, the numbers in favor of NIC. The tap comes into the spike too. Cyber cage. The swing out's well done there by 12. And well, the match checks out here, Asteroid. The 2v1, the 2v none, and into the 3rd round here for Nobody in Koldan.
Yeah. Very needed rounds here right now for Nobody in Koldan. Truly cold round, or kind of a cold start here for the Malaysian-Singapore team. They are starting to bring it back ever so slowly. Still, though, we have seen that be the theme of the day, right? Every single time that we thought that, oh, this team's gonna make it easy. It's 10-2 already, and then you just see second half is where it all goes the other way, the complete 180. That being said, though, it's still not over for either side. We are just still getting started with this one.
You want to talk about patterns real quick? We have had 2 13-8s and 2 13-11s. I don't know how the score syncs up like that, but
yeah,
well, it does. Push out though, Akame. 2 for 1, but the trade's there. NIC though, now getting ahead of things. And win it! The Hunter's Fury as well. This is what Nobody in Koldan has been looking for. Win out the trades, get the advantage. And they're the ones with 3 still standing.
Now this puts a bit of a question mark for Fancy.
Cutting through.
Very interesting one as well, because this is one of those few times, at least in the first half, where they're not the ones in the driver's seat, so they have to make their own luck, in a sense. Not really controlling the pace of the map, rather the opponents. Still, though, Twilight, I like the push on this. You can see that Reese's sort of aware of it, and he's able to just react in time, which is pretty good for him. Visio, though, he's getting hot. He's getting exposed.
Yeah, he is just in a potential. Oh no, hands down even, but 12's up in the round, and Fisho just goes rabbit hunting. Hero Theft though should secure it. No, okay, Azami in position, and they were just waiting to spray the smokes there anyway. Nobody in Koldan. They're giving us quite a show in more ways than one here, Asteroid, but they do salvage a few rounds at the end of the first half.
Switching sides.
That I honestly thought he could have made it happen. That was just weird from 12. Man, the jumping up and down like that. I thought he was gonna actually just straight up kill him.
Taken out.
Especially when he just got hit by the tripwire. But
Getting a number of rounds there on their defense. And fun fact real quick, all of them defuses. So well done on the retake for NIC. Now they're gonna have Bakute is on his way to try.
way honestly, but that hold at the back of the side by Fishio just delaying 12 from getting any more map control and getting flanked around. Thing of beauty. This is the setup that Fishio loves to also do. That Cypher cage in that specific spot at the back of the A site, it denies so much the recon dart of the opposing Sova, and your opponent's able to dash at the back of the site becomes completely voided just because of how good that Cypher cage impact is.
Oh, fun flash. Here we go with Bakute. And FCY, immediate set play to utter executions. Blink and you miss it because they're already at double digits.
I literally blinked for like a second there, and I did miss it. But you know what? This is Fancy just kind of asserting dominance at some point as well, making sure that NIC on a round where they're supposed to have the weapons just don't. Honestly, and I like the idea of it because, and NIC, how do you mention this? There are some rounds where they kind of just slowly approach a little bit like a standard set play, and then they just don't really expect sometimes the heat check right from opposing teams. And Fancy do this so well.
FCY, if they can complete their dominance here of NIC, that can set them on pace to take the map here. Bonus time, and they are looking for more. Actually, it's not the best buy from NIC here. They were caught surprised of that last round. And in this case, what do they have here in hand? Dear Asarai, Bucky, Stinger, and into the loving embrace of Fishio, who's going hunting again. He's gone into with the Outlaw. Fivim will punish him accordingly. A 4v3 for now, but here we go again with Yes I Can. He's just creeping dead at this point, making the map claustrophobic.
There.
And I still don't know what's going on, but up close now, Bakute. Hold close, fast lane. Good coverage by Akame, but Bakute ready, steady, and the aim is good to get a triple. 11-4, FCY on a roll.
I didn't even see him hit the shot onto Akame there. Maybe through the fast lane. But yeah, either way, it is a triple kill for him. Fishio just getting so much done with this Outlaw. And it just forces the hands of NIC. I think they didn't really have any more options to go elsewhere on the map, so they kind of went for the YOLO play and just hope that maybe that A contact was gonna get them any kind of value, but just no.
And at this point, NIC, you can feel the desperation in the air. It's tough. And the money is even tougher. They lose this one. This might just be the last round they've have with the rifles that they buy. Twilight, though, moving forward. Camera spot that the smoke play has been such an instrumental set play here for FCY for so long. And now NIC will have to see that and just go for C-site here.
This is perfect, though. No amount of defense from Fancy there, except for just the one camera, and that's about it. The setup. NIC is just going to keep charging right in. No one's home.
Retake. Has to be a retake.
Though.
Akame. He wants to go. He loves to go deep sea diving here, Asarai. Not his snorkel, though. Needs to go regroup with the rest of the team. As Fishio towards garage. Paranoia is good. Akame trying to send it here. Zombie the one to pick up the parcel. 1-for-1. Twilight in position. FCY strolling onto the site. Here they even have long control. Twilight! Massive kill to swing things in their favor. Smoke as well. Twilight's already halfway. He's gonna stick it. He's gonna stick it. FCY! Almost getting away with it, but we're not done. Hit the 5. Vivim. Beautiful spray down! Knew exactly where the spike's at. And NIC get the bailout there.
Oh, that was close. They were threading the knife's edge on that one. It was already down to half, and the second half of that defuse looks like it was more than half finished as well. More than 50%. Still, though, NIC, great read and great quickness as well. Sometimes you just don't really have that option to gather even more information, try to get that map control, but sometimes that's more than enough, and it works out well for NIC here. Give them a bit of a life buoy.
A life buoy. It's not just a lifeline, just a life buoy.
Buoy, yeah,
Buoy.
it's better.
Yeah, it's just a life vest, no? Get out the sinking ship. NIC, there you have it. Ready to steer things in the right direction. Some great aggression from Akame as well. Now he's gonna be able to take that B site and force Milong out to C long. Another kill by NIC. It's looking clear here for the 5v3. And look at the post-plant positioning here for NIC. Backside control, height even. Akame with the judge surprise. Yes, I can. Things looking pristine here for nobody in Koldan. And it's the best foot forward that we've seen from them so far. Even the lurk towards Garage Minlong looking to play the save. Just backing away while the rest of NIC will look to give chase. 12, Azami, the whole squad, they want to go for it. It's a Sinister 4 barreling down at you. Minlong gets one. That's all he'll get. NIC, it's a 6th round.
Beautiful stuff from NIC there for sure. And getting that second Steam, very important now for them. And, ooh, is this the... Okay, first time out. Is it the first time out? I think it was the second time out for Fantasy.
Second time out.
Second time out. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. So, see, now it's
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Boom.
Boom! Magic. But, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. NIC are starting to pick up that steam once again. And I think Fantasy realized that they have to shut this down because this is, you know, one of those ways that NIC just kind of creeps up under your skin. And once it's there, it's very hard to remove. Akame is at that point right now where he's syncing up with the rest of NIC. And Fantasy has to find a way quick on how to dismantle this before anything else, and at the same time, you know, kind of just bring themselves back up to the same level with each other, because it seems like they are on a disconnect.
No, I agree with you. And I see looking a lot more well-oiled for the past few rounds, and we've seen from SCY, if they see even a smidgen of mistakes, they're gonna call that timeout and look to remedy that as soon as possible. Interesting though, off the timeout, they will be on the eco here. And nobody in Koldan, they can really rack up not just the kills, but the ultimates. They have 3 available already. Just 1 away from the shadows, 2 from the neural theft. And they can set themselves up for success with some of these more commanded rounds here.
Now they're going to be doing the same thing. Nice clearing on the utility here. There's nothing much really that Fisio can do unless he can just hit a shot with that Sheriff. Unfortunately, NIC just really looking at the same picture right now, and Fancy is in trouble. I mean, sure, this is a weaker buy for them, but there's really no resistance whatsoever on that C site.
Yeah, I mean, Fisio went for the gamble there. Twilight also spotted on the lurk. This is where momentum shifts in favor of nobody in Koldan. And the Singaporean squad, they want to still fight for the right to get the BCTC. Akame though,
enemy remaining.
they're looking for to find these kills. It's Fibim the one racking up the score. Breach for the breach again. Look at that guy go! Ankle breakers always with Akame, and the flawless one from nobody in Koldan.
Bullets hurt.
This is the NIC that we were expecting to, you know, kind of resolve things. Now it's very much problematic for Fancy because they've run out of options. They've run out of timeouts. They only have, what, a couple more? A 4-round deficit for NIC for sure, but the momentum is definitely there. Lots of ultimates, though, for Fancy coming into this 19th round. So, you know, NIC still have to be very careful, though I feel like their problem-solving has been a lot better these past couple of rounds as well.
Yeah, they've been assessing the setup of FCY
Gotta go.
with success for quite a while. But I gotta say, Asteroid, pick up the dishes because we're ready to throw the kitchen sink at these two teams. Dimensional Drift to start off the ultimately. Hunter's Fury, you hear it coming their way. Twilight on the board, and FCY unleashing utter chaos throughout the battlefield. 2 for FCY, the overdrive as well, and the overrun is looking supreme from Fancy United. It's map point here for FCY.
Wow. This is what...
Match point.
Go, go, go.
I don't know what to say, man. NIC, they've been so good at just going for the standard A main C play. And then mid control is where it kind of gets a little bit iffy. And then Fancy is one of those teams that just, you know, once they smell that slight hesitation, They pressure, they press, they see if you're gonna crumble to that offense, and it just kind of did. So many ultimates pressed, but I mean, they're already here at that series point.
Yeah, they just need the one match point, and not just that. It's group stage point here for Fantasy United. They've been looking for this opportunity for so long, and the trade comes on in.
Attacker spawn.
FCY interrupting the rotation there. Spike drop, Min Long still with the angle. But look at the flank here, courtesy of Riggsy. He's towards B. He might catch Twilight, but cute snapping. Look at the snappy reactions though. Trade again as they synchronize the spin. But the 3v3, Neural Theft into play, and now NIC head towards A.
You're running, well, they're slowly creeping, not running towards the site. That Neural Theft gives him so much information. Slow creep up from Akame. Now gives away that he does see the tripwire there. Like, oh my god, Fischio! What the hell just happened? He just straight up slid into his... I was about to say DMs, but, well,
Yeah, no.
his domain...
It's a DM. It's a direct message there, Asarai. And
that's
straight
true.
to
Thank
your face, the disrespect from Akame. And I see, though, still have some ultimates to use here. Coming into the post plat. Min Long now creeping closer. But cute makes it happen. 1v1. The life of Nobody in Koldan on the line here with 12. As Min Long sees it coming. And Fantasy United, long they have awaited for this opportunity. They've finally made it to the group stage of VCTC 2025. Here they are topping Group A with a